Welcome back to Broken Couch, everyone! It's Thursday!
What?
It's Thursday!
Oh, God.
It's Thursday.
It is Thursday.
Which is approximately the day for like 8 other D&D groups I know that do stream, so...
Hell yeah.
We're doing great, folks.
Hell yeah.
So last we left off, our heroes met with the king of the Court of Autumn, Agnias Troya Darkgem, otherwise known as Astro, who gave our party some good food and rest, and gave them a quicker travel option to Poseidon's Museum to help speed up this process along. Learned a few things about this Dark Lord character Zeme from Noah, who had a lot to say, thankfully, as he had to run with him the longest. Afterwards, once they made their way to Poseidon's Museum, they discovered some more lore stuff, activated their portal, found some interesting connections of sorts, and then made their way down to the goal that almost everyone had forgotten for just a second, to go to the Well of Memories.
Forgot where we left off, and I just remembered.
No. Don't worry! I'm about to get to that.
I finally remembered.
I finally remembered! I'm dying!
We just had something like this happen recently, so this is gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm riding off of yesterday's very delirious sleep high.
God bless.
So I'm a little out of it, so this session may very well go in a lot of strange places depending on what our players decide to do.
Oh. Don't let us decide. It will go
You're
bad.
gonna have to. You are straight up going to have to this session. But before that...
Super side, it's 2 different characters 2 days in a row.
Our party went down below the museum to where this large underground cavern was. Very pretty. A lot of crystal clear water in this basin, and directly in the middle, an ethereal teal colored water, seeming glowingly with some sort of arcane energy, where they also met Lucian Yokomura, the last of Aeon's brothers.
No.
Who told them that this is often a place he finds personal comfort in, and was going to offer to explain how it works, but before that could really happen, our resident robot friend, Pioneer, immediately went off the deep end by hitting some of the hardest hitting questions right out the gate, which I love. I need to make it clear. I love that. What I wasn't expecting was for him to dive in immediately. I expected him to dive in at some point, not right off the bat.
Yeah, I feel like it was more of an invitation.
Unexpected.
I feel like it was pretty obvious.
Bro, that well
Yeah.
left itself right open. Dan was like,
Yeah.
it just immediately
Yeah.
Look, I thought maybe Dan would play along just a little bit more before going, I'm diving straight in, but
The other characters.
this son of a bitch, he did it. He does it like he always does.
So enticing.
The vision prompting him to dive in, a vision of somewhere he's seen in his dreams before. Very ominous looking spherical room with a very, even more ominous steel wrought iron door, sealed away with someone trying to open it before their flesh is seared away. Seemingly shape-shifting along the way as well. Prompting so, Pioneer dived right in, and that's where we left off, as a very blinding flashing light spread out amongst the cavern.
Gotta help the
We
homie.
can all see what Pioneer sees, right?
Yes, you can.
The only thing I was curious on.
You
I
can
know
see
everyone was visually see, but could they hear
Yes,
everything I was
I was
hearing?
about to
Okay.
say, not
Yeah.
only can they see what you see, they can hear what you're hearing as well. Anything
Can they
anything that
taste?
is projected from the Well of Memories, anyone in the room present can hear and see it.
Okay.
You hear Aya's voice in your head, Pioneer. Can I taste what you taste? You
I
start
just
licking
think
shit.
I just think really hard on the taste. I'm like,
Just a hot dog water.
Are you trying to taste the water of the well of memories?
with my mouthless
No, it's
mouth.
gonna taste.
You have compartments that you've put other stuff into before.
No. I think I'll
Open up your walnut container.
no. I keep secure. Hold on tight. That's
Open up.
one arm going, and the other arm holding the walnut pocket tight. I will not lose a walnut.
You have other compartments.
Those are yeah. Those some of those are loose. It's whatever. In and out.
So water does go through you.
Yeah, dude.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck.
And we're rolling immediately.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, it tastes like pennies.
Ah, it's not worth it. Fuck.
It's pennies. It's pennies.
Wisdom saving.
Yes.
Wisdom saving. This is for the walnuts, guys.
If you had rolled a nat 1, I would have actually made you lose a couple, but you're off the hook. Also, reminder up top, you have inspiration tokens.
Oh yes.
And for you and Aya, you also have luck points. So, don't forget
Yes.
about those.
No, I
Pioneer
meant
always remembers steel trap is literally his head.
Me and Adam or me and Jack have full overdrive points.
I have full overdrive.
I think you... I was about to say, I'm pretty sure you also have full overdrive as well. Yes.
I'm gonna use my full overdrive to commit suicide again.
That's what Jack used his overdrive points on yesterday's session.
God bless.
So, Pioneer,
Yes.
you dive into the water, and just the thought of... You don't have a mouth or any, real orifice to intake stuff from. You have your compartments, which serve that purpose for you to store stuff. However, the act of doing that is directly ingesting this into your system. The first thing you notice immediately, basically as soon as the first drop of water enters your being, the glass piping on your arms immediately reflects that same color, going from a pretty turquoise blue like the ocean to a very, very arcane looking saturated teal.
Sexy.
And immediately in your head 1,000 thoughts are going at once. You don't have a lot of memories.
But you got a lot of thoughts.
Lot of thoughts. Not again. The voices.
You don't have
are back!
the worms are back. You don't have a lot of memories
That's what I'm gonna call it.
You have a lot of
now
thoughts.
from now on. Is the words.
that relate to memories. You've been traveling with this group for maybe less than a week at this point.
It's a long week in my life.
Yeah, it feels like a long week.
His entire life, man.
Yeah, this is
The
basically your
whole
entire
time.
life. So going in your head over and over is every single event, just like a single frame of each moment that was pretty pivotal.
Not again.
Such as you meeting your party members, you trying food for the first time, you straight up popping a dude's head off with your own arms, trying weed for the first time, putting
No,
4 people in a
don't.
fire.
Oh.
As quite frankly, it's overwhelming.
Wait,
Happens when you take too much, man.
Guys, why am I missing 10
Oh,
ounces
look,
for my
and you
20
take-
ounces?
You immediately take 8 psychic damage off the bat.
He's down.
Only Dan takes that, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
are you telling me Cynthia dies from 8 psychic damage?
No,
Well,
Cynthia
it's
didn't
all
get
connected
damaged.
to him.
It's only Pioneer
Cynthia
who's...
gets a wicked migraine.
We're all connected to him, so I just wanted to make sure we weren't taking the damage too.
No.
It's worth it. Worth it.
And on that, I need you to make a history check real quick.
Oh, easy.
You're
This light
so
work.
historic.
Light.
Let's go.
I am history.
Light
Come
work,
No
no reaction.
Hey.
Light work, no reaction.
on. Yeah,
Not bad.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Yeah, easy peasy.
On 14.
The easiest
14. 14's not too bad. You don't remember a whole lot other than like everything you remember from the past week. But just something in your head just overrides for a second. And you do now fully remember, now conscious, you remember the tower that you came from. Because usually you only really remember this when you're dreaming. But now you are fully conscious and that tower is starting to come back.
Oh, I see the lights.
And you now...
My birth.
my birth. My Genesis.
My birth.
What day is it? September 11th, 2001. Oh!
No!
Lyle!
And you immediately remember trying not only to scale it, not only leaving the room you were in, but also remembering going down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Where you had to immediately run back up while screaming water in the iPhone. A bucket of rice and everything nice.
Everything's nice.
Bucket of rice.
Everything nice. Water in the iPhone. Water in the iPhone. Ah.
Is this what it feels like to be Pioneer? I am not a fan of this.
The psych every time you get like
disconnect from him.
Yeah,
every time
I
you're
was
happy. it
I will
flips real
say,
quick.
I'm turning off my Bluetooth.
is Pioneer saying this out loud, or is this in his head? I will leave that to you.
Absolutely.
I just want to
Yeah.
make sure.
I think a bucket of rice and everything's nice is in his head, but what all he says is water in the iPhone. Water in the iPhone.
Yeah, you
It's
all
just
hear
these two
that.
thoughts back and
You will
forth.
definitely hear that echo throughout the entire cavern. Not too loud, but just it's Pioneer, so it's loud.
Too loud.
It's Pioneer, so it's very loud.
I was just used to chaos.
Yeah, everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And I was just like,
It's like
I
I grew up with like four kids. This is nothing.
Yeah, after 45 siblings.
Pioneer, make me one more. I'll say your choice: Arcana or History.
"Oh, dude, history did me so well last time. Let's
That's
roll
true.
it again."
Not too bad.
Yeah, baby.
Bro, you're being so story right now. Maybe even his.
I'm gonna roll.
Hey,
I'm gonna
we're
roll
rolling hot, boys.
percentile.
No. Your roll has a question mark on it. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
did
I
a
want it.
thing.
Maybe I want it to.
Mhm.
Your dice are broken.
You know what?
You need to fix
To
them.
make
Dice
it
are broken.
to make it more interesting, you know what? My dice are broken. Let me roll it again.
35.
Yes. Good. That's 35. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Really out to that.
Big number.
What are the odds of that? 2 butterflies in a row. You're basically just submerged in water, and I would imagine at this point you go from like you're just like going between like clutching your head and like get me out of this and going like fetal mode. You're just like cycling between those two.
It's time to get
As
this
you're
signal.
just screaming out water in the iPhone. Water in the
Yeah.
iPhone. Water
Bucket
in
of
the
rice.
iPhone.
Put in the pool of
Water in
millions.
water. Water. Water.
Wet. Water.
I'm gonna start
Just
pointing my little halberd down in the well, trying to see if I can like fish him up.
Yeah.
Make
I
it
feel
a-
like my
Make an
my
attack
legs
roll.
are like swimming.
I'm just laying it down there to see if I can like scoop him up.
Make an
So, yeah,
attack roll.
how deep is
Can
the
we see
water?
His body.
What was that question? Sorry.
Can we see his body?
No, you cannot.
So I'm kind of like the water's pretty deep then. Like I'm falling in the water.
You physically cannot tell. You do not feel Pioneer.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Anyone have any?
It's
glow
like
rocks?
learning to swim. You just have to freak out if they come up face down. It's
Do
fine.
I see that door again in the water?
Would Pioneer be thinking of the door?
I feel like his eyes would be opening, looking, and kind of running, but not knowing he's in water.
Yeah,
His
you're
head's on,
basically
just kinda
like running in place, just kind of like
Yeah, in
cycling.
water, just
Literally just like a gyroscope going in every direction.
yeah,
Feels
just
like
kinda
you're just
balls.
running down a hallway.
Yeah.
You're thinking, your thought just evolves to the word water for a moment
Mhm.
as you see just a vast open sea. And then you scoot to the thought of the door. Like you're looking for the door again. And then
The door. I love
your
that.
focus like zooms in faster than anything you've ever seen back to the tower, going all the way in through the door, down the stairs once again. Way faster than the first time you did this in your dream.
Mhm.
You are back at the door.
Is it within reach?
Yes.
Oh, dude, latch on like a leech.
I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
You're strong, right?
Yeah. It's one of my stats.
It's
That's like
certainly
his
one of his
best
It is
stats.
one of the stats of all
Yeah.
time. I would even
Yeah,
say.
let's
Some might
of
even
all
call
the
it the
stats.
stat.
I
Yeah,
don't think stats. It's in the top 6.
yeah,
It's
it's made
one
it.
of them, though.
yeah,
Like,
totally.
it's one of them.
I could roll it, is what I'm saying.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a number.
I don't
That
know
number's perfect. One would say. What are the odds of that? Like, let's be honest. Like, that's he rolled. That's a good roll. That's a good.
Okay,
That's a,
roll.
yeah.
I think that's a good roll, right, James?
I think James thinks that's a good roll.
I mean, if we
Oddly
if we're thinking about
enough-
golf terms, yeah.
Oddly enough,
That
your
was the
hand-
worst possible roll you could get.
no, the worst possible roll he could have got was a 1. Things would have gone very
Jack got
poorly if that
yesterday?
happened. Huh?
Isn't that what Jack got yesterday?
Yes, that is what Jack got yesterday, and that's why you tried to commit suicide.
Not the
Odd-
suicides.
Yeah.
anyway,
I had to get the memories out.
oddly enough, Pioneer,
Hard the memories.
your hand is going to it, and you feel what you can only describe just some weird instinct in the back of your head. It feels like a magnetic repulsion. Like something's
Pulling or
trying
pushing me.
pushing you. It's trying to keep you away from it.
Very enticing. Yes, indeed. Fascinating.
The
Today's
80s
the day.
The-
Today's the day I learned about magnetism. Yes.
the 80 severity was a
Magnet.
very good roll.
They were.
That opposing force to you, you can feel it kind of weaken the closer you get. Like actually forcing two magnets to try to stay in place. You can just barely touch your finger onto the door handle. And then 2. And then 3. And then you get your whole hand around it. It's locked.
Bitch.
Oh.
But what would Pioneer do in response to that?
Forehead.
So I have
Forehead.
full hand on it, right?
You have a
No,
full hand on this handle.
I don't know how else to describe it, but it's a particular meme that Niche Crowd has seen where it is a full-grown monkey banging on a door to try and let himself in. Just get his other hand on there and just try and while
Okay.
What about
screaming,
that Eric?
"What on
Is
the
it like
iPhone?
the Eric?
What on the iPhone?"
Is it like the Eric Andre meme where he's like 4 feet in the air on that castle gate?
Just feet on door while pulling and pushing at
Yes.
the same time.
Matt, I think Matt's pulling up the video. Yeah, you're like hammering away at trying to get this door to open. And on that front, make me any roll you want to to see how you think you can open this door.
Yes. Hold on. That's
There it is. This is Pioneer right now.
Yeah, that was me trying to find the handle. I grab it. I'm like, water the iPhone. Water the iPhone. Just a roll, or do I have?
The older I get, the more scared of monkeys.
Look at your skills, or if you want to make an attack roll, you decide, and you tell me how Pioneer wraps his head around the thought of doing it.
The answer might surprise you.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
And yes, Matt, the older I get, the more scared of monkeys I am.
Chimpanzees in particular.
My sister's been scared of them forever.
I mean, they are terrifying, but I love monkey.
When I was born, zero fear. Know that for a fact.
Mad love.
My sister was like 4. She was at like a fair or something, and some guy at the fair put a monkey wearing a diaper on her back without her asking, and she has been scared of monkeys ever since.
That's good.
Okay, so what skill were you doing?
I was trying to pull in the brain, so I rolled intelligence.
Raw intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever
On a 6, you don't gather much. Your only thought is, I need past this door.
Door.
God.
May I come in?
Doors are really an obstacle.
Yeah, Pioneer, try knocking. Try knocking!
Yeah. Can I? If I knock at the door, does anything happen?
You're gonna knock on the door.
Mm-hmm. I just get my
Remember our
face
manners.
right at the crack and be like, "Hello."
Yeah. Remember manners, Pioneer. Remember.
So you return
And
here
then-
once more.
Perfect.
I just like hold the door and I just kind of like go,
You
just, like pet it.
you did not answer my question. What is it that you hope to see beyond this door?
Less thoughts.
That's fair.
You
Right,
wish
Cynthia?
to
Imagine you just unlocked thought all of a sudden.
I
Head,
want it gone too.
head must
I'd
be
be-
empty.
you wish
I'd
to
be
be
mad as
gone
hell.
from the burden of thinking. You wish to be rid of fear itself.
Don't we all?
Are
I
you
think that's his
are you
problem.
truly sure this is what you want?
Can I roll a con? I guess. Hold on.
Well, no, like me and Cynthia
Yeah.
discussed, monkey's scary as hell.
Monkey scary, but I am monkey. I am monkey.
Some fear is warranted.
I feel like he would be at the door and he would like think about it, try and go through the voices, hold himself close, pet the door a little bit. He's like, "Mother Tower, where are you?" And all he wants to do is go back to that tower.
Oh, he's
So-
homesick.
So your thought then shifts to the tower itself.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's kind of sweet, right, Cynthia?
This one is going to be a private roll for me.
Another question mark. What does
Yeah.
it mean?
How does he keep
What does it
rolling
mean?
that?
I don't understand. It's not in the rule book.
How does it keep
You-
rolling?
Pioneer,
That one took me a second.
your thought, take me back, Mother Tower.
Hmm.
Your thought goes of the one place you,
Take
I'm
me
assuming
home.
one of the very few places you sought comfort. Is it just being in the tower, or is it being in the room you woke up in?
Yeah, the latter.
The room you woke up in.
Yeah.
The first thing
Well-
that happens.
Yeah, go ahead.
The first thing that happens, you're at this door. You don't necessarily answer this being's question. You're talking more to the tower now.
Hmm.
You feel a hand on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Do you turn around?
I latch on and I look over my shoulder.
Oh.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, I am
It's just a
quite
long
perceptive.
hand reaching from the darkness.
Going up.
I'd
Oh, that would be
piss.
terrifying. That would be
Aya would
fucking.
piss Pioneer's pants. Aya
Yeah.
would piss Pioneer's pants.
Sick.
And then I'd have to be like, sorry, guys.
I'll be like, no, that's fine.
No, that's fine.
I'd piss if I could.
Piss your pants so you don't have to.
Okay, so a 19.
Whoever invented these,
That is very good.
I hope only good stuff happens to you.
Yeah, those things are dope.
Well, it said muffin, and my brain was like, well, technically, if you put maple syrup on it, it'll just be a pancake. So it's just
solid.
pancake in a cup. But it's got vitamins in it.
You grab the hand on your shoulder, and you look back. It's a dark room, all things considering. It's very hard to see. There's these pulsing red lights every so often.
Mm-hmm.
But you're able to actually make out this creature's face.
Oh, no. I'd rather it just be an
first
arm.
one. The first one you see,
There's more than one.
it's one body, but it's shifting, phasing between creatures. You see what looks to be a young human man, very short, maybe no more than like 4'5". So his head, it's weird, because like you can see it, he's like, you're taller than him, obviously, but his hand
He's
is
around
like,
Aya's height.
his hand is reaching like your shoulder like normal. He doesn't have to like stand, he doesn't have to stand on anything, he's just like kind of reaching. And you notice he has very like very bright blue eyes. And you've seen all of your party members have, I think they called it hair on their head. Most of them pretty tame. This dude has like a sphere of hair on his head. Very, very curly.
Okay. Oh.
Wayne. I thought you were describing an afro.
I thought, yeah.
Sounds like he is.
Wow. Is he a gnome? Is his head big, or is it just he's got a lot of hair going like up in volume?
That's for you to find out.
The person itself may be 4'5". The afro, that's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
That almost puts him at 5 feet.
That's a lot of hair.
Well, yeah, but it's like Aya's ears. You can't count the ears, my mom said.
I don't know what these two are laughing. I don't know what this is.
Hey, buddy. I think you need
to get out.
I think you need to get out of here before it's too late.
Is that the face? Are you talking as the guy, or is this in my head? So that voice is talking to me?
You're hearing his lips aren't moving, but he seems to be addressing you.
Hey man, you've been here a while. Better leave before you forget how to.
Hey man, you've been here for a while. Better leave before you forget how to. And he just
Hey,
keeps
man.
repeating.
You've been here for a while. You better leave before you forget how to.
I'm gonna stick my hand in his hair slowly.
The right
What?
thing to do.
Now, Pioneer,
Uh-huh.
what are you hoping to find in his hair?
The end of it, the beginning, the middle. What's up? What's in? What goes out? What's going around? It's just so much, and I
A
need to know
very,
what's
very
behind.
apt choice of words. You stick your hand in. How much would you, Dan, say Pioneer knows about magic?
I feel like consciously, like absolutely nothing on a realistic, but like he is not. He's like aware of the like. It's almost just kind of like, yeah, it's just kind of like another thing that I don't understand, but I know, a little bit of it. I know it's out, but I might not call it magic. I might just be like, oh yeah, that thing.
He knows it's a thing that he himself is not proficient in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not really something I can articulate.
But you're definitely aware of its existence.
Yes.
You feel that immediately, just like a moment before touching his hair. There's something insanely magically potent about it.
Oh God!
And you reach in, and you're asking yourself, like, you're basically like, where does it start? Where does it end? Where does it go? How much is there?
Mm.
A lot of that
Can
kind
I
of
have
morphs. Can I have some? Do you think
Can
that?
I have just a little pitch? I
Oh,
would think that, not Pioneer. Can I have that?
I am curious if he would
think.
think that.
I would be like, can I pet that dog?
I would essentially, or a Pioneer, I feel like would just keep going until he kind of like hits
He
something
falls into
solid.
that.
Yeah, I would just like, what's going
Yeah.
on in here?
You keep diving in, and then eventually, tink, what sounds like glass.
In his
Oh
hair.
no, you broke him.
Mm-hmm.
You reached his brain. You reached his brain.
You hit the
His
glass and
brain.
he's just like,
Do
smacked it.
I
What-
would be mad gentle, but I want to I would try and part the sea to see what I just touched.
So you're not trying to take it out, you're trying to see it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what's going
Yeah,
on
yeah.
in this thing.
Don't
yeah.
worry, Pioneer's gonna treat you gentle.
Yeah, don't worry, baby girl.
So you open it. There shouldn't be this much hair to one person. It's like you're going through vines.
Yeah.
And eventually, almost blindingly, just like a flash of like very saturated pink and cyan and magenta light. You see a perfectly cut spinning crystal. And I'll tell you off the bat, no history roll required. You have not seen this one.
It's just in his hair.
Mm-hmm.
This is why laughter just lost in his hair.
That's gonna be hilarious.
No noise from the peanut gallery.
What a beautiful brain.
Brain?
And I look down at him and I was like, why is your brain on the outside, boy?
You know, that's a good question. I kind of have a feeling someone put it there. And I can't remember who.
Then I'm like, I look at his head and I like see his head down there and his hair up here and his brain above his head.
As you look down,
Yeah.
as you look down at him, all of his flesh is gone.
Ah!
He is just a skeleton.
Fuck, he died!
I'm like,
He is
I'm
now.
like trying to. I
He's
want to
now-
protect his brain, but I'm like, ah!
He is now a skeleton. You see where his eyes were, there is just now two like little bursts of blue fire. His afro is still completely there, completely intact.
He also has a mustache.
He does also have a mustache now.
A mustache?
On his skull.
I go, ah! Six dash, but what the fuck? Ah! I'm trying to like carefully hold the crystal while staying as far away as I can with that thing.
That's what happened. I was wondering what was happening there. I'm sorry, I don't remember much either. I'm quite frankly just as lost as you are.
I'm like, I touch him, and I touch him. I'm like, you're just like me. And I
For
reach
real,
up.
for real.
I reach up and I go for my crystal. Obviously, I mean, is there a crystal above my head?
No.
I reach for? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you try to reach for it. You do remember you stored it away.
Oh.
You have your crystal. It's
Is
just
it the same? Is it the same cut as my crystal?
you've seen yours quite a bit. They're not the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
cut.
Yeah.
They're not cut from the same cloth, fella.
Yeah, we different. Yeah, you got that fancy spoon-fed mouth. I'm gonna
I
Like-
quite frankly don't even know what that is.
the crystal.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I've just now discovered there's a crystal in my hair.
You want me to hold it for you? I'll show it
I
to
don't
you.
know. Yeah, sure.
I like slowly pull out the crystal from his hair.
Pioneer, make a wisdom saving throw.
Or
Sick.
be absorbed inside the crystal.
Not again.
Oh, it's a prison crystal.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
I will say, never forget, you have basically 4 luck points to burn through.
Please.
But if you leave it, you will
You'll
get
get an
overdrive
overdrive
point.
point.
Kind of funny though.
Ooh,
I'd-
that overdrive. All right, I'll take that overdrive. Yeah, worth it. Worth it.
This is why I built the system for you.
Worth the overdrive. Golly.
So,
Yeah, dude. Burned it too quick.
you don't need to worry too much. It's not affecting you.
Oh no! What? The homie, he's dead already.
You take his crystal out, and without even you, like,
Yeah, he just-
yeah, he falls over like a G-Mod bottle. No, without you knowing or even like authorizing your own body to do it, your crystal begins to float,
Come on, bitch, what?
and it's like floating next to you, and it's trying to get near this other crystal.
I'm like, well, hey, easy. Hold on. Let's
Dinner
talk.
first.
Hold on. Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, on that nat 1, it's kind of ignoring you, trying to like stop it. So it
I'm like holding the crystal. What? Hey, hold on.
no, it's
Hey,
coming
hold
for you and like going past your head. So you're just like, hey. It is going straight for the other crystal. And if you want to stop this, you will have to make a acrobatics check at disadvantage if you're wanting to stop it.
Easy. I just want to keep my like hand in between them.
Okay.
Acrobatics for that.
Next Angisman part, you get the Holy Bible and hold it between them.
Acrobatics at disadvantage. Yep, that's about what I thought.
Rolling good tonight, boys.
Dude, I am rolling prime tonight, dude. Woo!
Fuck, dude.
Do I lose a hand?
You do not lose a hand. You feel much like the same magnetic energy coming from that door handle in your hand. These two are trying to interface. Your hand is between them.
Hand in between, interlocked.
And it's like,
Crystal coming.
and now,
Interlocked.
yeah, basically you're not even holding the other one at this point. They're both free floating. And they are trying so desperately to go past your hand.
I like.
You're
I like
crystal
leg-
blocking, man.
I let go of the other crystal, which is I guess now floating, and I look down at the gnome guy, who's now a skeleton, and I tap him on the head. I'm like, "Who am I to get in between of love?" And I pull my hand away.
The gnome guy just comes up and starts making out with you.
Yeah, as you two just embrace in this weird situation,
Yeah, I'm like
Which is-
holding his shoulder. I'm like,
which is pretty
They're
which is actually none of this any of you can see. Only Pioneer is seeing like this whole trek through the tower again.
I still have my fucking pole arm. I have my pole arm in the water, just going.
He's in there somewhere.
I hit. That's
And yet, I'll notice, I'll say this as well. When you were looking at the well memories, Pioneer, it was basically like watching something. This one is much more you're experiencing it. So whatever is happening just to you.
Okay, feels more real. Yeah.
very personal.
Very thematic that the two of you just go to embrace as these two crystals begin to like shake violently, pull apart for a second, and slam together. As a
Come back!
as a fierce vaporwave looking light floods the room. And I'm
That's
gonna
metal
allow
as hell.
you to make one last perception check at advantage.
Ooh, don't mind about that.
Whoa, mama.
Guys, are we
Wow.
dying?
Please re-roll. Please
I need-
We
re-roll.
dying?
Reroll.
Right.
It's a 15.
That's a 50. That's a good little 15.
If you do want to
Yeah, I think
re-roll,
we're
you'll be
done.
re-rolling with advantage. So
Yeah.
it's up
get
to you.
higher. You can observe even harder.
You do
Hey.
have 3 luck points.
This is worth a luck point. I'll burn that. Yeah. Before, not so much.
I want to
yeah.
see love.
I want to see it.
Now,
Wow, that's a lot better.
That's a lot better. You
Worth
have
it.
agency to see anything in this room that you want to.
In this room,
Mhm.
well, I would love to see what room I'm essentially in. If it's not the same,
You
Is there
are
any
you are
difference?
still in that chamber where that door was. That really dark lit room with the red lights is now fully illuminated.
Mm-hmm.
But you feel the space around you is starting to shift. But you have just enough time to try to see something you want to see.
Is the door still closed?
The door is still closed, but you notice. You didn't see it before because it was so dark. There's a window there.
Do
It's
I
like-
feel like I'm in
kinda
danger
like a-
at all?
Kind of like a prison door. It's like bars and glass.
Ah.
Oh,
You don't feel immediate
the
danger.
door is Igor.
Oh. I don't. Yeah. If I'm not
I
pushing,
need to get Persona
the,
music.
what are the crystals doing at this point? Are they
The
still
cr-
together?
It's your crystal again. However, I'll give you this one as a freebie. Your crystal is now multicolored.
Oh.
It's a very prismatic showing. It's still pretty predominantly that electric blue,
Yeah.
but at certain like angles in the light, you see it shines magenta or pink. A little bit like an RGB, but only for like blue and pink.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll write that down here in a second.
There's still like streaks of lightning going through it. So.
But his is not.
his is gone.
Can I reach in his hair one more time?
You can. What are you trying to find now?
His little brain, his little hard crystal brain.
Roll me a separate perception. This one just straight.
Okay.
Or investigation, whichever one you prefer.
I mean, investigation would be.
Because technically this would fall
Technically what I'm
under.
doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Good thing I only have a -1 on that.
I know.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
8.
Reroll, baby. Reroll, baby.
I have heart of the cards for this one. I feel like 8's strong enough, right?
That's
I feel like
fair.
that's a good. That's a good.
If you wanna
strong,
go for
healthy
it.
roll. Yeah, it's a good healthy roll.
I'll just
Yeah.
say out the gate, you don't feel the crystal. You do, however, pull out something encased in a very softer material and like a little transparent film. Kind of looks like one of those hot dog things that Aya was talking about. Seemingly prepackaged.
Who's got a glizzy?
I like. Does he notice I'm pulling this out of his hair?
Yeah. And
Inconspicuous.
on that, actually. Oh yeah, I can pull food out of my hair.
Oh, that's so cool. That's crazy, man. That's I like. Oh,
But
we're
my
talking about- that's nuts, man. That's
it. I don't need to eat it. They have to do that thing, whatever, eating, I guess it's called.
I don't know what you're saying, but I love this thing. And I put the glizzies in there. I'm like, yeah.
All for you. You can have it.
God.
You are my friend now.
Oh,
You
wow.
are my friend.
Still figuring out what that word means, but if I had a heart.
You took mine.
You say that. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving. Ooh.
You feel something in the pit of your chest.
Do I feel like feel? Yeah, it's the hot
It feels-
dogs getting to me.
It feels like some sort of drop.
Yeah.
Like it feels like you were to deposit something and it actually made like an impact.
I think the left side of my face is going numb. Oh wow, that was kind of weird. Did you feel that? Did you feel that? I felt that. Did you feel that? Is that what that was? Oh. And I go to.
I believe one of my friends who says they're a doctor, says it's something called an emotional response.
Nice. Dialogue. I think he's a wizard. He's saying funny things again. End of dialogue.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
I'll make note of that. Yeah. Where do you get emotions? Is that in your hair? Is that a thing?
Can I go to the store?
Yeah.
Can I have some of that?
I don't.
That tour of docks that you were talking about, does he sell that? Is that a thing?
I don't know if my hair can produce that. I picked up this recently. As you see, he pulls up some sort of like leather sash with a little medallion on it. And he like shakes it a little bit, and a little spectral looking. I think you've seen one at this point. A spectral looking dog.
A spectral looking dog.
Spectral, like a ghost.
Yeah, spectral. Yeah. Have I?
I think
There was one running around.
I think you've all been to enough towns. I would say you would probably know what a dog is.
Oh, I think I meant a spectral dog. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
no,
I've seen
you
a
don't know.
dog,
You
yeah.
haven't seen a ghost dog. You've seen a
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
You haven't seen this kind of dog, but he looks like a ghost.
How is he? Do I see a full-size dog?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, is his name Puppy? And I go to like touch him.
Actually, his name is Fortnite.
Puppy. And I go to like scratch his head.
Battle pass, battle pass, battle pass.
Make me an animal handling check.
Easy. Always got good animal handling.
I handle those animals.
Don't say that.
You want to reroll?
You fucked my roll. You fucked my no. He fucking cursed my roll.
No, reroll it. In fact, you have advantage because this is going so well.
Yeah,
so roll again.
yes.
Much
Alright,
better.
That's a little better. Well, better. Fucking Jack.
How funny it would be if he just got mauled by Fortnite.
Hello,
He
my
tries
name
to
is.
jump for your throat.
Hello, my name is Fortnite. I am friend.
You sound mad weird.
I can talk.
Puppy. I am feeling very weird about this, but you're a puppy. Yeah.
Are you my friend now?
I look over the guy. I'm like, friend. Yeah.
He likes to be friends. Woo! The dog yells out.
I'm like, dialogue. Huh, what the what? Okay, alright, end of dialogue. Little puppy.
Alright.
Aya
So all
in
of-
your brain is doing the exact same thing. She's like, "What's up, boya? What's up, boya?"
So all of that happens as you like go for that. I can't believe we got sidetracked on that bit. We still haven't covered the first bit. You see the window on that door.
Yeah,
Do you want to look
scratching the
through it?
puppy. My intuition is telling me something. Step aside, little gnome man. And I go to secure the window.
Ragged Bone Man.
As I'm walking away, I'm like, follow me, bone man. And I go to the window.
Keeps rolling these fucking question marks, dude. What?
You feel cold metal in the back of your head as there's a gun pointed at it.
Not again.
And to Fortnite.
You look through that tiny window,
Mm-hmm.
and you're
Assuming the bars are on the other side.
no, it's like between. It's like in the middle of the door. It's
Oh.
like actual like prison bars.
Oh.
It's just a tiny window you can see through.
God bless.
There's like a blinding light inside. On that 23, you see, for a moment, it's just a silhouette. But as your crystal is now illuminating the room,
Mm-hmm.
on that 23, I will say you could see a very little bit of it. Something spherical and gold. And it's huge.
Is it floating? Is it on the ground? Is it on ground? Is there ground?
From what you can see, it's floating.
It's floating. Do I see ground at all?
You can see what looks... There seems to be some sort of footing.
Is it in a room or is it the sphere?
Spherical!
It's spherical! Do I see anything else around it? Is it just one giant gold sphere in a white room, or is there
That's basically
outside?
all you can see.
Do I see the sky above it, or is it just
You look
spherical?
You look above it. You do see something there.
More spheres.
You see a silhouette of a man.
How big is the sphere?
Way bigger than this dude is.
And he's floating?
He's floating above it.
Is he doing anything, or is he just kind of T-posing in the air?
He's basically just T-posing in the air.
How far away would you say he is with my monocle of an eye?
From where you're at the door, he's maybe about 300 feet away from you.
Fuck!
Which, unfortunately, is out of your range for your ability.
Yeah. Can I zoom with my eye?
You can magnify.
Can I give that a go?
It would still be a perception check. So if you're wanting to get more details about him, this will have to be another perception check. And this one you will not have advantage on.
You must perceive.
I must perceive. And that was close. That nat one keeps rolling around. It's
I
nice.
know.
Really
it hovers
yeah.
over it so ever so slightly. 18. You're not able to make out many features, but what you do notice, he is a silhouette, which you would assume is just because of how bright it is in that room. But what's actually happening is all across his body, just a thin layer of pure black energy. Almost like a black hole. Just like sucking light in, but the very center of it is staying the same.
Okay. That's mad crazy, yo.
And on that 18,
he's got that Samsung spin cycle suck on.
The very last thing you see from that man is just a pair of eyes opening, and they are pure silver.
What's he looking at?
He's looking directly at you.
Like holding the bars. I'm like, oh no. And I go down below the bars and I look over at
Very impressive. None have seen my face in nearly 5 millennia.
What's a millennia?
I have no idea.
Shit.
I will give you a hint. I am the other half of this world's destruction.
And at that, you are then skyrocketed out of this space. As just the room beneath you begins to like shift and warp as you feel yourself moving away from the space. Oddly enough, it felt like you were heavier where you were at.
Do I see anything happen to my crystal or the skeleton boy?
You see the skeleton begin to fade away completely.
Brother!
I don't know what's going on either. I think it's time for us. We need to wake up.
What? What do you mean wake up? And I like, can I...
He said it's time to wake up. There's some fucked up shit going on around here.
Brother, your tone's shifting. I'm scared. Can I have my crystal?
As you see, his tone does shift, as does his stature and his demeanor. and his entire body, especially the third leg.
Brother, what?
Uh-huh.
You need to hurry. You need to hurry and figure out what the fuck's going on here. I am just as lost as you are, and they are throwing me everywhere. I fucking hate this magic shit.
You're fucking telling me, brother, man. Like,
This magic sucks.
dude, I don't like this shit, man.
There was a nice skeleton too. I met an evil skeleton, and he said he wants to fuck with me for like 10 more worlds. I've been to like hundreds of them. I don't even know who I am anymore.
Brother,
Wait.
no water in the iPhone. Water in
Wait.
the iPhone.
I think my name is.
And right before he says it, completely fades away.
Fucking platformer! Ah! Fuck! No! God! Ah! Is the nice skeleton guy, is he still there?
Completely gone. You are now completely alone in the room you woke up in.
Is the pup still there?
Mm-mm. You're all alone again.
I lost everything! Ah! God! Ah! The fuck? Ah! Crystal!
Are you gonna have a Shinji moment? You're gonna sit in the chair, just go.
Yeah, you're sitting down now in the pod you woke up in.
I'm like crisscross with my
He's
hand
doing the Shinji.
on this like. What
Matt,
the fuck's going on?
pull up the image on your green screen, please.
I'm not piloting the aim.
I don't even know this meme. This is just
You'll see.
this is just pain.
Mm-hmm.
So did I lose my crystal? Is it still
No,
floating?
your crystal is
Okay.
back with you. It's in your hand.
Yeah, one hand on my, I'm like holding it, and I'm like, okay, all right. You're doing a thing, huh? I like drop it to see if it floats again.
It does.
It floats again.
It floats and then goes back to where it was attached initially at your hip.
I just keep like taking off my hip and like dropping it and just
Same,
like watching it.
same
go
process.
back.
It's almost like a delayed like badge leash. You just kind of let it
Yeah.
go and it zips back.
All right, let's see. Funny black hole man. Doing funny black hole things. Yeah. Yeah, with that, I'm just like holding it up. I'm like feeling it come back to my hip. I'm like, just I keep lifting it up, dropping it. Is there anything different in the room that I am in now?
Yes, there is. You remember a lot of tubes carrying around a lot of other creatures that look like you? Some of them are cracked.
Ooh.
Like out of their mind.
Dude, they're fucking nuts,
No,
dude.
they're cracked. They're still in there. And then you look around, a lot of like the piping that had the glass piping that had water in it, also like completely broken and just like a slow drip of liquid
On all of them?
up on the ceiling.
Up on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, can I reach the said pipe?
Yeah. You're able to.
Okay. Can I? Yeah, I would love to grapple up onto it and inspect it further.
Make a perception check.
Perception. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for once.
You look at it. What's the first thing that Pioneer is thinking right now?
Is trying to figure out the water in it, the drip in it. Is it water? Is it something else? The viscosity of it. Is it illuminating at all? Or
You see, it is phosphorescent. or bioluminescent. It does glow. It's the same liquid you have in your veins. Your glass tubes.
Hell yeah.
Bro, I have to ask, could we use Pioneer as a bong?
You haven't tried?
I'm just hearing glass tubes and water, and that's all I'm thinking.
It's got that magic water, man. Fucking magic.
You do?
I'm gonna, like,
Magic is still.
You just have a quick flashback when you first woke up in this room. That was not broken before.
How big is this pipe? It's like a 1-inch pipe, 2-inch, 3-inch, 1-inch pipe?
What's a good measurement to use here?
It's like a PVC.
About about this wide. If this helps.
Yeah, this about a face first.
About a face full.
Yeah. Can I see where?
Face full of pipe.
Just get some pipe. Can I see where it's going or where it's coming from?
You see, it's coming from the big double door that you left from, and you see where it's broken off at. It's like coming straight from the door, and then about like 20 feet in, it's broken, and like a piece of it is dangling down. But past that, you see it reaches the center point where you picked your crystal out of. Like in that giant glass tube encasing that you basically punched through. And you see it essentially spider webs out from there. Just like in every direction, even like along the walls.
And there is no liquid in this tube?
Completely drained.
Alright.
There's just basically small droplets left.
Interesting. So you said there was a door in here?
Yes.
Sick. Can I open that door?
Absolutely.
Is anything past?
Yeah, you walk out and you're back in the main lobby of the tower.
So I have my birthplace and then the separate tower. Wait, were they connected this whole time?
Yep.
Can I climb the tower?
Inside or outside?
Like King Kong.
Yeah, like King Kong.
Is looking at the tower, does it look climbable? Is the surface there, attachable?
Well, again, is this inside or outside?
Outside, on the outside.
Outside. You could definitely climb it. It's made out of some sort of like mixture of stone and steel.
God bless, yeah. I want to climb that crap like a monkey. Yeah, speaking of.
Make an acrobatics check at advantage.
Acrobatics. Oh, light work. No reaction. Ooh,
Oh,
hell
yeah.
yes.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna gauge to see how far you get. Okay, 63. Using like your natural ability, you're able to make it up about 60 floors. Relatively fast. You're pretty speedy with that hook hand.
Yeah.
And like spider climbing like a mad robot.
God bless.
You do see an open window.
On my way up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Can I do like a little like a somersault into the window?
Yeah. I'll say no roll required. It's a big window and it's wide open, so.
Yeah. Do like a little somersault and like land on.
You can make a performance check to see how cool it is.
Oh, God bless. Performance. Oh, it's mad cool.
Like a fucking James Bond movie.
The whole time.
I'm in.
I'm in. And then like as I'm like walking around, I want to be like crunk, or I'm like.
He has his own theme music. Make another perception check in this room.
With advantage because of the music, right?
With advantage because that sweet drop in.
Yeah. That's got to. It's the only way. Wow.
Okay.
I really needed that. Holy shit.
16. Not bad. Last time you scaled the tower and entered a room, you noticed it was a room full of statues.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a bit different. On
This
a
is
six,
the call center.
this is a call center. You see on a 16, it is the whole room's illuminated, so there's no like fading of light or anything, so you're able to see a lot of things in it, but there's just a lot to take in. The immediate things that jump out to you, there's what appears to be some sort of table with this weird box made out of metal and glass.
And it's just that box on it?
No. You see there's another, like, slightly slimmer and taller box, completely made out of metal.
Mm-hmm.
And in front of it, looks to be, like, some sort of slab. On that 16, kind of looks like this. If you can get it in focus.
No, I saw it for a second.
Like one of these.
So the bigger box, can I pick it up and shake it?
You go over to pick it up and shake it, and you do immediately see that glass is illuminated. And you see a bunch of numbers and symbols running down.
Are they green? Are they green?
More cerulean.
Okay. I want to like poke the screen.
Tink, tink, tink.
Like slap the top of it.
Bonk, bonk. Nothing's changing it.
Out of the three things, I'm just kind of like moving it around. Like, what's going on here? I'm trying to like see what's inside each one of them.
But you are touching all three?
One by one, I'm just trying to see like if there's anything on the inside.
Gotcha. You pick up the metal and glass like box, and you shake it. You don't hear anything. It's heavier than you expected. Like you're able to lift a lot. You're just a robot, but this is like heavier than it looks. Nothing much doing. You put it back down, still displaying all those numbers and symbols. You pick up the second box, which is just completely metal. Before even picking it up, you just hear like a loud gushing of wind.
As I pick it up?
Mm-hmm. Well,
like
no, you can hear it before you even touch it.
Okay.
And then when you pick it up, it gets like a bit louder. As
and
you
I
can
put it back down.
It goes a little bit quiet again.
And I pick it up again.
Yep, gets louder. And you just keep doing that. As it keeps repeating that.
Does it get louder?
You get your ear closer to it, and you can actually like pinpoint a source of where it's coming from. On the back, there's some circular. There's just like a disc that's spinning, but it's made out of like little smaller blades.
Interesting. Shake it a whole bunch.
You shake it, and it feels like there's a lot of just like clattering of metal, just like scraping against each other. And with maybe some like little loose bits of like little shrapnel metal just like shaking about in there.
Makes sense. And there's no way in this contraption?
It's way too small for you to be in.
Okay, I understand. And then you said... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you want to touch the last object?
Yeah. So we gotta see all three before we move on.
You look at the last object. It's smaller, but it looks a little more complex. There's more like stuff on it, and it just has like little teeny tiny boxes with like numbers and symbols on them again. And you just touch it. You touch it, and you hear.
I want to like run my hand across it.
You run your hand across it, and you're like looking at it at first. Then you just like look up, and the glass box is like making new numbers and symbols. And then it stops as you like stop like clattering around on this other box. Do you continue like typing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna start smashing it now.
Yeah, you're doing that while looking at this box, and it seems to be mimicking whatever your hand is doing.
God bless. I take this box.
Which box?
The one that's changing.
Okay. How do you take it? Because
I put it under my arm, and I look around for the next thing.
You do see, you like pick it up and put it on your arm. You begin to walk away from it, and then you feel a tug.
I tug harder.
You tug harder as you hear just like, and then it's a lot easier to move with it. You look down and the glass is no longer illuminated.
Is there any other ones around here?
You notice there's 2 more.
Yeah, I take those.
Same process.
Yank them. Bring them home.
They're all disilluminated.
I'm bringing you fellas home.
Yeah, is there any other ones around here?
Out of here.
Those seem to be the only 3.
All right.
Stealing the documents.
I got them. Yeah, that's all I need, right? All right. So I just take those 3 and I kind of like just keep going.
Okay. Are you still like in this room trying to look for other stuff?
Can I? Yeah, I guess roll a perception for like anything of value.
I will say we'll keep the 16.
Okay.
You notice on the back wall, like close to where the window is, there are 6 of what look to be similar vessels to the tube you woke up in.
I dropped the monitors, or I mean, the tubes.
Well, they're
the
the boxes.
squares. I dropped the things. I'm like,
Yeah, you drop them. The glass on one of them fully breaks because you dropped one on top of the other.
God bless. Yeah.
And the one that dropped on it is a little bit fractured. The third one looks to be fine.
Okay.
But yeah,
good.
you see those 6 tubes.
Yes.
You go up to one of them and you just like go out to touch it, and it like, and a hatch opens on it.
Is it big enough for?
If you wanted to get in it.
Is there anything in there, or is it just?
Just looks to be an impression of for something to like stand in it.
This is a trap.
You gotta get those boys
I'm
home.
falling for it.
Yeah, it's hitting me hard. I put the good monitor in there. I mean, the good metal box thing in there.
Okay, you do that. The hatch begins to come back down, clunks against the box, clunks against it again, one more time, and then the hatch goes back up.
I push it harder down.
You're forcing it there. Can't really feel like you can get much leeway past this one.
All right, I'm losing this puzzle. There's a puzzle to this. There's a riddle.
There has to be something here.
I go back to where the first monitor came from, and I take all the other squares and I throw it in there.
Okay, yeah, you do so. And then you close it back down. Kung, kung, kung. Same thing.
And you said this is one of the tube things, or like one of the?
Yes,
Okay.
this is one of the, essentially just like a coffin.
How heavy is it?
It is bolted to the wall, and it is a bit bigger than you, so you could try to rip it off the wall.
Can I look around to see if there's anything else of value?
Make me one more perception check.
Is there another door? Or is it just like an endless room?
You do see there's a door.
Okay.
It's completely like maybe 30 feet from the window you came in from. 23.
There's nothing of value?
Not necessarily of value, but what you do see, you're looking at this like coffin for someone. You look over to another one. You see another shred of brass metal.
I want to like jump on it like a cat. Is that possible? Like I just caught a mouse.
Yeah, you just dive into it and you grab it, and you're looking at your hand. It is almost identical to the one you woke up and picked up.
Like, this is the key. This is the key to the riddle. But I
You
don't
do-
know what a key is.
You do see on that like shred, you see the letters XIV.
XIV? Is there any of those little square things that I haven't touched yet?
No, you have ransacked all 3 desks.
Okay. Is there any of those the same symbols on that coffin thing?
You actually do see they are numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And do any of them match this thing that I'm holding?
Not really. You do have the thought, if you did rip away this box from whatever was holding it back and the glow faded, could try to hook it back up to see if you can find something and maybe get it to light up again.
Let's say I do that. Do I need to roll for that?
There's no tech check in D&D. Oh, this fall. I'm gonna say
Intelligence check, maybe?
make. I'm trying to like get in the head of Pioneer. Make an acrobatics check.
Should I make a religion check?
If you really want to.
I mean, it is my flesh and blood.
Sure.
All right. Let's see. Let's go, homie. Can I feel a presence? No.
Oh.
Why did you want to make a religion check? -1.
I had a gut feeling on that one. I don't know.
You could always re-roll.
Yeah. What if I smashed one together and I look to do it on another one? Or should I
Wait,
re-roll?
are you trying to smash the boxes together?
No, I'm trying to put it all back together. Everything where it needs to go.
That's up to you.
All right, I'll try another one. Well, I'll just roll. I'll spend a luck. I'll do it. I got it.
Okay.
No problem. Holy shit.
8. Aren't able to tell much. I will say, on an 8, you don't really see a purpose for a religious stance. You basically barely know what that word even means. So your mind just goes back to like the letters and the numbers again. And you see at these 3 desks the numbers 13, 11, and 4.
13, 11, and 4.
Mhm.
God bless. Can I roll? Well, they're all busted though, aren't they?
One of them's completely broken. One of them is damaged. The other one has not been touched.
The other one. Okay, so I go to the one that hasn't been touched.
Okay, so
as I'm walking over there, I'm gonna be like, who fucked all this up? Who? God damn it!
like a real IT man.
Yeah, I'm like, God, this sucks.
You go back to the one labeled 13. And I'm assuming you set the box back where you found it. You put it back there. You begin to like click away at the little smaller boxes. There's some sort of response, but it's not displaying itself. As in, you remember, I didn't necessarily find what was making it tug.
Can I, what should I roll to try and figure that out? Insight?
Make a Insight or Arcana. Either or.
Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Let's go!
You're so intelligent.
I'm so smart, dude. I'm so smart. Obviously, everyone knew that. Yeah.
All right. You're able to just like, okay. Just in a flash of genius for a second, you're like, let me work back this. I picked this thing up. I took it away. Something dragged it. I broke it off. There was a ripping sound. Let me go back. You look all around this box, and you finally see what looks to be like little small rectangular slots in it. And at the ground, you see what looks to be some sort of cord similar to the whip you have.
God bless.
Same exact size as those slots. And immediately you're like, those were in there. I'm gonna put those back in there. And you just like shove them in, they click perfectly into space, and you
Perfect first
see
try.
light illuminate against the wall, and you turn back around, and now you see that box is now fully functional again.
Dude,
Uh,
absolute genius.
and upon doing so, the first thing you see on the screen, it's a string of symbols, letters, numbers, and you're able to make out C, 2 dots, 2 diagonal lines, the word system, then another one of those diagonal lines, and then the word modify, and what looks to be a head of an arrow pointing to the right. And at the very end of that string, it says NO.XIIIMB.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then you see just like a little blinking flat line on the bottom.
Yes. Can I touch it?
You touch it. Tink, tink.
Yeah.
As then you remember. No wait. That thing does
No
it.
wait. And so I just start touching things on the.
I will say on that, roll another insight with advantage.
Wow.
Oh, God, I was really hoping for a nat 20. I was gonna say, let's make him a hacking genius.
I'm in.
I'm in.
You're looking
Dialogue. I'm in.
You're looking around, and you're not really seeing much, but you notice just like off to the left-hand side of the little slab that has the tiny boxes on it, looks like a little stack of papers. And you see, at the top, it also says NO.XIIIMB, and then the word notes after it. Now, technically, the way we always homebrew, your intelligence score is too low to read.
Yes.
However, you are a robot, so part of this is innate to you.
Obviously. I mean, look how well I operated this machine.
I'm
like
smart.
this. I am smart.
You
Do
see,
I know how to operate this vehicle?
before we get to that, you see the notes written, says day 57, progress on project XIV is going remarkably well. Shamefully, it seems he's gone a little haywire, but I'm hoping his sibling unit, XIII, is faring a bit better. It's a risky move that number 11 decided to put them out into the world now, but he believes they may be the key to all this madness going on. I just hope they're right, and the most I can do is at least, if they find this place again, hopefully find some way to help them on their journey. So, if either 14, or if XIV or XIII is reading, type this string into that little square box. It's called a keyboard. It's connected to a computer. And all of, like, the keyboard and the computer are in, like, 3 quotes. And then it finally lands on, and then you'll see it on your monitor. Type this string out. And it's the exact same string, and at the very end, where that little blinking, like, line is, on the paper, it has another one of those arrows. And then it says weapon shift.exe.
Somebody's watching. So I would essentially be able to know how to finish this string.
Yeah,
At this
you
point.
rolled a nat 20 on that, and I'm gonna honor that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Haven't felt that nat 20 in a while. It's kind of nice, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. I guess, yeah, I would hesitantly finish the string out.
Yeah, you look at the symbols on the keyboard and then realize they match what words are. They're all letters.
All
so
over
you
the place.
so you can just like do some crosstalk between those two, and you can just type in weaponshift.exe. And then on the paper it says, then once you type that in, hit that key that says enter.
Why don't how-to magazines and instructions always look like this? This is crazy. And I hit enter.
You hit enter and it says weaponshift.exe verified. Vault number 6 opening. Or vault number 3 opening.
You're not cool enough to get 6 yet.
And you hear
Yeah, no, I'm not there yet.
you hear that same latch from the little glass tubes over at the wall. As you see, the one marked 3 is now open.
It's a sign, guys. And I like skitter over doing that like the same like music as I'm walking over to it.
You see it is open for a being to be put in there.
A bean.
Yeah, about your size.
Obviously, more hacking needs to be done here. I need to think about this one, so I'm gonna sit down in there and try and think on how to break this.
Do you sit in the tube? You sit in, and that hatch goes back down over you. And as you're sitting, you see a wire, kind of similar to your little vines, hooks into your wrist. And you feel a weird, like, magnetic pulsing all across your body. Feels weird. I'll leave it to you. Can you, like, tug? You tug it. Nothing's really happening.
Is it stuck? Can I get it off of me?
Make a strength saving throw.
I'm good with that.
Just like your best skill.
No, it's stuck in there, dog. As you see just like pulses of light come down into your wrist, and then into the tubes of water. And then you feel something in your body shift as you just like go completely like stiff.
This mad freaky yo! Oh god!
And then involuntarily your hands are just like it's just like this sound of constant clicking and like snapping. And then you see your finger, you just like snap it, and then it like turns into a blade. And then you flick it again, and the tip of your finger comes out, and it looks like something could fire out of it. And then you remember you do have the ability to like launch projectiles out of your wrist. So you just kind of like flick your wrist open, and you see like your wrist like bend and contort to a much thinner shape. And then you're able to change it back into a circular shape, and then it like gets a lot thinner, like to a much smaller circle, but you feel like a little gust of wind like push out of it.
Is it stuck that way?
No, you're able to change back with ease.
Back and forth?
Mhm.
Sick. And do I have the insight to kind of put a walnut in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it in there. And is it literally like a gun, like a hammer, and like my hand is the gun, or is it
You
just a
see
tube?
your thumb almost involuntarily whoop, as you just you hear some sort of like metal latching sound,
You're a meshy shit on you.
and just like if I try to put my thumb back down, something's coming out of this.
Can I roll perception to see if anything is asking to be shot?
Yeah, make a perception.
All right. I don't know why I said the word shot. I'm just, I'm just trying to procure the area around me.
You look out, and you see where you picked up that that piece of brass shrapnel.
Mm-hmm.
Something about that spot you want to just like point your finger there.
And I give it a pop.
Make an attack roll at advantage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Even without modifiers, that's enough to just like basically pinpoint accurate.
Hell yeah.
And then a loud bang. As just like for a glimpse of a moment, it looks like that walnut you put in there like modifies itself into just like a refined steel.
That's a good ass walnut.
And then it goes through the glass you were in because the hatch hadn't opened yet.
Oh shit.
And then the exact spot where you picked up that shrapnel, there's now a hole in the ground, surrounded by what looks like ash.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. Am I stuck in this tomb thing? Can I get out?
You see as you shoot it, that little wire detaches itself from you and the hatch opens again.
Okay. Well, hell yeah. Can I now... That walnut's gone, I guess.
Oh yeah, fully gone.
Yeah. R.I.P. the homie. Can I... Reduced atoms. Can I... I guess what would I would have to like go outside, and I want to keep going up, right? Is that possible?
On that thought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you found the upgrade.
Who dat?
Good work, Unit 13.
Is this that skeleton man?
Skeleton?
A really small skeleton with a big old head. You sound real familiar there, buddy.
No, I'm definitely no skeleton.
Alright, cool. We're cool.
Okay, good. I didn't expect you to be back here so quickly, even though it seems like you're not fully here?
What do you mean, dude? I'm right here. Come on, man. What are you talking about?
Hey, get over 11. Get over here. 11? Son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah, by my estimates, you're supposed to be about 7,000 miles from here. But something's... Huh.
I've been told that I'm built different, so you know.
You certainly are. You're one we put a lot of faith in, so you're already proven to be quite an enigma. Well, I can't tell you much right now. Things are getting a bit busy, but I think we're gonna have to send you back where you came from real soon.
Brother, I just got here. I got a new gun. I got a new thing.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff here I can't tell you about yet. There's a lot of stuff back in the main world
He means hell.
That needs to be taken care of first.
Are we living in a simulation?
There's so much to think about with that sentence right there. As he hears, there's so much that we haven't told you yet about. In fear that he might get sent back too soon, can he just bolt off and look for a way to keep going up?
Oh yeah, you can. Just make an acrobatics check.
Oh, light work. That's pretty good.
Where are you? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can go that way, I guess. Sure.
I'm getting out of here.
You're never gonna take me away!
Just one last question. Do you go back out the window or go through that door?
Oh yeah, no. Sorry, I should mention that. Yeah, I was like diving out the window.
Okay, you jump out the window. Everything goes completely white.
Fuck! They got me.
You don't see the ground, the sky, the floor, anything.
Am I falling or am I just...
You feel like you're falling, and yet you feel like you're stuck in place.
Fuck, not again.
Make me one more perception check.
You feel like you've been standing your entire life, and you just sat down.
11. You're looking all around just for like, where am I? Where did they put me? And just for a split second, you look over, and cut that!
You bitch!
And then immediately, a second later, it goes away. You weren't even really able to tell what it was you were looking at.
God damn it.
And then as you blink your eye, or just refocus, I guess, you're back in the water, staring at 1,000,000 images per second of just like flashes of like the only memories you really have, as you realize you are now back in the water you dived into.
And are these memories of the past essentially week of my conscious life?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I guess I would start swimming up at this point.
Yeah. No roll required. This is pretty, there's no like current to this. So you're able to swim all the way back up, and you're able to see your companions on the other side of the water.
Do I see the surface before I breach it? Or do I just, am I just swim blind?
You do see the surface.
I would love to just essentially like, and do I see them still like poking in the water?
Yeah, you see that Melkai has just been like poking his halberd in the water.
I want to like try and literally just like
fishing around.
Yeah, I just want to like.
I think we're gonna get him.
No, and then just like what are like the like the Delta Squad, like just my eyes over the water, like getting closer, like an alligator approaching him in the water.
See, he's fine. As long as they come back and they're not face down, they're fine.
Yeah, seems pretty good.
Yeah, you see Pioneer's head or eye crest out of the water.
There he is. There's the guy.
I'm gonna reach a hand out to try to help him get out of the water.
Just like dog paddling, just like going through the water.
I'm gonna look over to Lucian. It doesn't seem that dangerous to me.
Yeah, that's a new one. Usually anyone that goes in there goes kind of mad for a bit.
I don't think it's a. I think it's a.
You know, I never really considered the thought a madman who goes in may not be affected.
May come back sane.
May come back sane.
Yeah,
we'll come back a hacker.
Yeah, he probably didn't have the capacity for madness per se.
So, you see anything crazy in there? Mr. Vanessa says.
Yeah, I feel like as like the image that I'm getting is like as I'm coming out, like Malachi is just like pulling me out, and I like have his hand in one hand and then his shoulders in his other, and I just like look at him and I look at the water and I look back at him, just do like a little push and be like, yeah.
You gotta say this.
You want to see some crazy shit, man? Want to see some shit?
I mean, I
let go and walk away.
I fall in. I'm kidding.
Lucian's like, maybe he still is crazy. I don't know.
Is there a chair nearby? Fine. Yeah.
Is there a chair?
Yeah.
You could sit down on the ground.
Yeah. I would love to just plop on solid ground and just let the water drain.
Yeah. You basically only have
much water.
You basically only have your feet in the water, which actually is not that dangerous. It's really dangerous when you submerge yourself in it.
So I was never underwater?
No, you were underwater.
Okay.
But
okay.
you don't feel that effect when your feet are just like dipped in it. It just feels like water going against you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit there and be like, yeah, sick. All right. Oh. I'm just gonna like compose myself.
Everything okay there, buddy?
No,
I stand.
So.
I literally just like.
Do we just see a bunch of water coming out of the hole?
Just basically like a tear duct. You can't tell if it's like tears or if it's just excess water. He was in there. In your all time, he was in there for about 5 minutes.
Oh wow.
Aya would be like patting his back to get the water out, like what you do on a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, just like water is spattering out of his, just like where the tubes connect in his shoulders. Just like
I don't like that. I didn't like that at all.
I'm gonna be like, literally, like as I sat up, I'm just gonna like look out and like look past everything and be like, oh, that's a wild ride. You guys want to give it a go? Go? Yeah, you guys want to give it a go? It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Do you recommend it on a scale to 1 to 10?
1 being.
who are you
don't
asking,
recommend it.
Pioneer?
Yeah, I'm gonna like just think about you scaling it from 1 to 10, just like,
Exactly. 1 being bad, 10 being
Yeah.
baller.
10 being like the coolest stuff you've ever experienced.
It made you come.
I don't even know what that is. So I'm just like, so many questions. Not very many answers.
So many questions.
I did not miss this one bit.
Oh shit.
Pioneer, make me a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Are you gonna have a panic attack?
Well, he's got too much water. Got too much water.
Okay. You feel another
get a bag of
hand.
rice.
You feel like your compatriot's hands on your back, and you feel another one touch you as you just feel like all the voices in your head that you're constantly hearing, they just like fade out.
Like,
As you're able to only focus now on just like water lapping up against stone. As you look over and see Lucian put a hand on you, says, "Are you okay?"
I'm like, actually, now that I have some clarity, I feel like
No.
just take all of the, just to take all of this and just, just put it away. Yeah. No, I'm good.
Wait, did you just say you're putting it away?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm good. I'm clean, guys. I'm clean. I
Pioneer,
stand up.
Compartmentalize.
I start stretching. I'm like,
Pioneer,
clean.
real quick, make a perception check real quick.
Oh god.
Actually, everyone else make me a perception check real quick as well.
Guys, he's compartmentalizing.
So many new words.
Okay. Aya, what did you roll?
It is still currently rolling.
You're good.
Damn, it's rolling.
The cabs are rolling.
I got a 18.
Okay, is that with your bonus?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
cool.
what bonus.
Okay, cool. Pioneer, you're a little too distracted to think about, like, looking at any particular thing. You're just kind of like, you feel calmer. Like, you're not thinking about all the crazy shit that just happened. You're just kind of like, not taking a moment to breathe, but just slowly recollect things. Melkai, you're a bit too focused on just making sure he's not gonna jump in again.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like, you said it was a cool experience.
I'm like whispering to myself, I'm gonna get that bitch. I'm gonna get that bitch.
Cynthia and Aya, you look down at Pioneer's hip, and his crystal has changed color.
What's that?
Do I know what he's
Aw,
talking
his
Yep.
updated.
It's updated. I'm like,
It was
oh.
updated. What,
yeah.
what updated?
Got that firmware.
His crystal.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, his crystal updated.
As it is now brought to attention, you all are able to see that his crystal is now a different color.
I'm like, okay, all right. I figured this one out, okay? There was a lot. Okay, check this. I pull it out and I drop it. And does it float back?
Mhm.
I'm like, check that shit out.
Real quick,
Do it again.
all of you know that can happen. That's happened before.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's not special.
God
Let him have this moment.
damn it!
No.
No.
Fun, buddy.
Oh, yours all do that? Y'all do that?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
I remember when we tried. Someone tried to throw theirs, and it just came back to them.
But ours don't glow in multiple colors. And she like
That's true. There's something very different about your crystal. That is not the same color as it was before.
I'm like,
Special guy.
I thought I figured this one out. This was the one thing I had, man. I'm like, okay, Crystal, hey, do that thing. I'm like trying to talk about the light thing it did earlier. I'm like, I throw it out there.
Ah!
Malachi!
Oh God, his eye!
Please!
Why'd you throw it at me?
It was supposed to do a thing!
Just Aya, make a perception check.
Aya's got Milka's eye open and is like blowing on it, and she's like, "It's fine.
That's the glass eye. That's the glass eye. No.
I can't focus. Ah.
Yeah.
Aya, make another
No,
perception.
on Malachi's eye, because you just hit it with a rock.
Okay.
He's like, no, that's the glass one. The other one, and I'm like, oh.
Okay. You don't have to push it in that much.
Pops it out.
No, wait! Stop! Like,
There we go.
like-
Mama fixed it.
Aya,
Yeah, what up?
perception check, please.
Oh, okay. Let me just get my phone to roll.
She just rolls her phone, her literal phone.
Because I guess my iPad
Back of the
can't
phone.
comprehend
+3.
running Discord and rolling a dice.
Gotta love when it can't do everything.
Oh?
For like hardware not being able to do more than one thing at a time.
That's
I
crazy.
buy it.
It's not possible.
Oh,
Hi.
get fucked.
Oh, yes! That's fucking awesome.
What'd you roll?
Aya's
Oh, you
also
got-
almost at complete overdrive.
Good
Let's
lord.
go.
Next battle is gonna be so fucking awesome.
I don't even need it.
Okay, nat 20. You see as he throws it, it stays in the air for a minute.
And then it
Out
hits
of,
Malachi.
no. Out of curiosity, what is Aya thinking about right now?
In context to the crystal.
In context to everything, what is Aya's thoughts in this very moment?
Aya has interacted with an excess of magic that she herself has never had. She has a best friend that is a magic user.
Mm-hmm.
But to the degree of a wizard and to now a Keyblade wielder, she's just like, this well is probably something that if I've been told to not go into, and I am of firm mind and understanding that I will not. Because I don't want my brain to get messed up. But Pioneer came back, and he's more or less the same.
But this is
So
different.
that's weird. Yeah, but the crystal is different.
So you're thinking about all of this, and you focus a little bit on the magic side of this, and you think of you haven't seen much magic up until pretty recently. You're familiar with it. One of your friends is a wizard. You think of that. For a second, you see as just the facets of this crystal are turning and reflecting light. You see your face. Well, obvious, it's a reflection. You see as it turns again, you see Jarek's face. Then it keeps turning ever so slightly. You see Pioneer's face. You see Cynthia's face. You see Melkai's face. You see every Keyblade wielder you've met up until this point. Just kind of faintly, ethereally shining throughout it. And then, as one of the larger facets cut on it is turned to you, you see a face of someone you've never, ever seen before. It is of a skeleton with a very large afro and burning blue eyes. And then, just kind of phasing with that, an orc. Which looks like a half orc. And then as it turns, you just kind of see a cycle of people you know and of people your companions have met.
I'm gonna guess Pioneer's crystal holds more significance now. Not only visually.
You think of that for a second, and you kind of just look at Pioneer, and just like a part of you, your eyes drift to the water. And you're thinking of just this significance. And you see an image of all 5 of your crystals appear in the water. You see Pioneer's going to that same color it was before, now shifting into this new color. And you look in your crystal, and you see this time only connections to people you know. And then in the other crystals, you look at Melkai's. You see a lot of people you have not met at all. One sticks out to you, a Goliath with like a swooping hair over one of his eyes, and just like odd face tattoos that are just like connecting both sides of his eyes to the bottom of his face. And then you look to Cynthia's. You have not met this person. You can tell by description. You see the Queen of Radiana, Razrora. And you see another girl. Someone you've never met, but she looks like she is in a deep pain. And not like ow, someone has stabbed me. More like, everything sucks. Everything truly sucks right now.
Stub toe. Stub toe.
No, because if she looked at Cynthia, she would only see a very angry and menacing person. This person looks very sad. And then you look to Mr. Verness. See a bunch of what look to be war heroes. You've seen Captain Sid Aldea back when he was the captain of the guard. You were really little. You never met him in person, but you have seen him before. You see a couple of other people you don't recognize. You see Saran, though, someone you have met. And he looks a little bit different. His hair is just completely, like, flat and just, like, slicked back. And then you look at Pioneers. You really only see the skeleton and that orc.
Didn't see Vernessa's wife.
That was one of the people that she wouldn't recognize.
Trouble in Paradise.
I said multiple people she wouldn't recognize. She had no reason to know his wife.
Oh, it makes
Matt
so much sense now.
I'm thinking I could be his wife.
Yeah.
Handle me.
And on that nat 20, you feel you've got on record, and like every time we've done a dream sequence, Aya doesn't understand the significance of this, but Piper knows there's something significant. In a different moment, you know there's some sort of significance about connection between all of these.
I would imagine from the outside looking in on Aya, like looking at hers, looking at the water, looking at hers, looking at the water, hers, Pioneers, hers, Cynthia's, water, Cynthia's, Pioneers, Melkai's, Verness, hers.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes are like.
What are you doing?
Her eyes start to like.
You see that image in the water as well, Cynthia, of those crystals. All 5 of your crystals.
And then Aya just is like, I think the universe is trying to tell me something.
And what's that?
Something about connection.
I think there's some connectivity.
What does that mean?
So what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
I'm like, she's starting to see. She sees.
Okay, what are you keep on looking at the water? What do you guys see in the water?
Melkai, you see that image as well.
Do any of you guys have a spell that can make it to where you can see through my eyes? Like you can hear my brain?
Actually, yes, I do.
Cynthia, get in here.
Don't do it.
Cynthia, Lucian looks at you, is like, you want me to?
Lucian, you get in here.
Okay.
And so,
Okay.
and then they're both in my brain, and then I'm like, look at mine, look at yours, look at the water, look at yours, look at Malachi's water.
I think, yeah, at this point, I will say with the assist, Cynthia, make an insight check at advantage.
And Aya's going.
And I'll say
The game
specifically,
grunts more.
Lucian is helping you out because he's doing the same thing.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
use my see through another invocation.
Mm-hmm.
I knew one of you magic bitches could do it.
So I can.
You guys got all that funny stuff.
I'm just an
aim
empath.
All of Aya's senses while I'm touching her.
Yep.
So you said insight
At advantage.
at advantage.
Nice.
11.
11.
Could have been worse.
You're seeing exactly what Aya is seeing. Honestly,
Out in here.
yeah,
What did
tell
you
me about
say?
it. It's a little loud in here.
Yeah, you hear Aya do the Aaron house party noise whenever he looks at the photo, but then you also hear.
Oddly enough, since you and Lucian are both using the same trait, he is able to talk to you in this moment, in this liminal space. And
he's
says,
like, "Why does it smell like cake batter in here?"
It smells like just candy in this place. I think what Aya's trying to say is that these crystals are harboring some sort of significance about the people each of you are connected to.
Well, everyone I'm connected to other than one is dead, so
That's what we're
Lucian
working on.
Lucian says, it doesn't matter if they're gone away. Those connections don't fade.
So do we have to throw our crystals in the water for them to look different?
There's a chance.
Sure, and I throw my crystal in the water immediately.
You throw your crystal in the water. After about 5 seconds, it just comes back to your hip.
Nah,
Or
I'm gonna keep the old version.
I was gonna say, if it really wanted it to change, I can't even guarantee it would. I think you'd have to go in with it and experience whatever drug trip he just went on.
Alright. I'll take my hand off of Aya and I'll walk into the water.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in, and then you realize it's not a step down pool. You just kind of sink
I'll
it.
I just want there to be like half a second of
Okay. I'll tell you what, if y'all are curious to go in the water, I'll stay here and make sure none of y'all die or drown.
Before we do that though, Mr. Verness, can I ask a favor?
Yeah, what's up? I'm gonna wait just to see how y'all do, so.
No, that's fair,
I'm
that's
not
fair.
quite feeling myself today.
Something's weird.
Wait a minute. Would you be able to cook something real quick?
Yeah, I got you.
And I'll get 2 ounces of my black magic and like, can you add this in there?
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Coming right up, buddy. Do you want it now or after you come out?
No, I would want it now. if that's
Okay,
alright.
give me just a second.
I feel like going in there, I'm probably gonna have to be in a better state of mind.
Oh, you can eat that. I'll go in while he's cooking.
There is no better state of mind.
I have something I want to ask this pool anyway.
Okay, you go head first into the water. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I can only go well.
Well,
I don't think they can go well at all.
Oh no, wait. I was looking at the wrong one. Oink.
Boing.
oink.
I thought that was
Nice.
gonna be the one. I thought that was gonna be in that one.
It would have been a modified 0.
Yeah.
12.
You just go in the water and just float back up immediately like fucking Grand Theft Auto, like Vice City. Just
Bloated corpse.
wasted.
Immediately, yeah.
Okay.
Shit, does anyone have resurrection? Nah, just let him sink.
Okay.
Cynthia. Oh fuck.
You can't swim.
Okay, Cynthia. You technically failed the saving throw. However, the severity rolled was very high. So it's good.
Nice.
Sounds
So you
terrible,
do
but
have
alright.
you have free reign to ask whatever you wish for, as you do not immediately succumb to some crazy drug trip memory.
So is there, like, can I feel like how I should be asking it? Like,
You
how to
kinda
approach-
you think about it a little bit. I'll say no roll required. You were thinking about it as soon as Pioneer asked about a door. An image immediately came up. So you think probably you could ask just a single word or maybe a phrase, but you kind of have to like put in what you're wanting out of it.
Okay. I want to remember the person who was erased from history.
Okay.
The woman in the suit.
The woman in the suit. As you think about it, you're immediately shot back to the familiar place you had at the beginning of the campaign. That old hollowed out church. This time, this looks just as it did as you were a kid when everything was fine. There's no one here, but everything is clean. Everything's well maintained. Nothing's broken down. There's beautiful stained glass windows along the walls, depicting every single overseer, not just Alexander. Alexander's is in the center because this is his temple, but it's not bigger than anyone else's here. And as you think of the woman in the suit, you look, and just at the end of the main like center leading up to the altar, you see a woman conducting something. And make a perception check.
Just asking.
No, they cannot.
Okay. So once you go into a memory, it's just okay. Got it. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Modified 1.
I will say roll at advantage. Okay.
6.
You can very, very faintly hear some sort of music coming from somewhere. You can't tell where. But like the closer you get to this woman, it like is a little bit stronger, but a lot of it still sounds like muffled. But yeah, she is standing at that altar.
And is she like still in the act of conducting?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just go up behind her, wait for a second to see if she finishes conducting the song.
Okay. After about a minute, she does.
Okay, I'll wait it out then.
Mhm.
When she finishes, I'm just gonna tap her on the shoulder.
You tap her on the shoulder. She turns around, and much like before, just the sheer light illuminating around her, it's, again, very odd. You can see everything else about her. Her face is still gone. You've come to stand before me once again. I'm surprised we're able to talk like this. Your benefactor made it very apparent he doesn't want you to speak to me.
Well, you can get over it.
one.
Who are you?
You can see as she is trying to speak, she's like reaching for her throat. I can't say it.
Okay. Is there any way we can unerase you?
The work of erasing my very existence and name away from this place. I've never met another mortal who could do so. This is the
What
work.
about an immortal?
That is my speculation. I've been trying to figure out that answer for a long time. I am fully dead. But something binds me to this place.
Well, looking around and up at the stained glass of Alexander, I can make a guess.
It's odd. The presence isn't one of light. But it's not of darkness either. I can't tell if it's because it chooses neither domain or if it's something that's hidden itself as well.
That's whatever did this to you.
No, I don't believe so. The one who did this to me, I know for a fact. Or the one who struck me down. Not necessarily one of darkness, but one more of malevolence itself. Just the pure, vindictive feeling of revenge. That's all I could feel.
Can't relate. I won't say that.
Yeah.
Hmm. When were you killed?
7 years ago.
During the war.
Immediately. Or, no, not 7. No, it was 5. But the last memory I recall is from 7 years ago. A moment. I remember someone speaking to me, not too far outside of the kingdom. They wished to know the name of that most important to me. And even now, I can't remember that either.
Well, given the clues I've got, I would assume it's Resrel.
I need you to roll a percentile as you say the word Resrora.
Great. Say 30.
Okay. You feel the energy shift. Last time you were in this place, everything cut out. You feel like it was trying to happen again, but this time something is holding it back from just cutting this conversation short.
Good.
As you make a perception check real quick.
18.
Let's go.
18. You say Razor's name in this space. And immediately, you see a couple of things immediately. But the first thing you actually hear is laughter. Laughter of seemingly a being you've never heard before. It sounds distorted. Almost like if a beast gained a voice in mere moments.
So I have finally found her. I can end this charade once and for all.
And I need you to roll me one more percentile as well.
Guys, I don't think Cynthia's coming back out.
8.
That's high as shit. Holy shit.
You see an arm, which very sharp, almost axe-looking claws at the end of its fingers, reach out past you toward whoever this figure is. And right before it can touch her, you see something appear in what I can only describe in a flash of nothingness. You hear the sound of sword searing through metal. And in just the fastest blink of an eye, you see a warrior completely donned in this blue and platinum armor.
He would look better in red, honestly.
Young lady, what is your name?
Cynthia Crestholm.
Next in line for that which oversees the Pearl of Light. I, much like this person you were looking for, everything was taken from me too. However, unlike her, they picked the wrong person to do it to.
As you see, he pulls out a blade sharper than anything you've ever seen. A curved blue blade. Huh?
I was really hoping you were saying Glock 19.
Yeah, he just pulls out a gun.
They mess with the wrong person.
They mess with the wrong guy. No, he pulls out a curved blue blade, almost razor thin along the edge, covered in runes, as he also summons a shield, which is so polished and shine it almost looks like a mirror, with a gem right in the middle. It looks a lot like one of your all crystals. As you see, it, again, faster than anything you've ever seen, goes behind you as you hear the sound of a sword slicing through flesh. So fast it sounds like slicing through metal. As you hear just a blood-curdling roar come from whatever this beast was.
Be gone, fool. You are not welcome in this world anymore.
Spicy.
And as he says that, everything shifts once again. As now, the entire temple is in ruins, much like it was before.
That's more like it.
As you hear footsteps, and you hear a voice call out and say, "Oh, but that's exactly what we wanted, my old friend. You led us right to our doorstep. Thank you so much." Make one more perception check.
Sure.
I will say you do have an inspiration token.
Yeah, I'll use that. 14.
You turn around, and much like the arm that came out of whatever like portal it was sticking out from, you see what looks to be more of a humanoid-sized figure, completely shrouded in darkness. You cannot see anything about him. Except just two fiery orange like specks that are just like slowly but ever shifting colors. Almost a magenta-like color, then to gold, then to this dark fiery blue and purple. Just constantly shifting. And you see a smile with razor-sharp teeth sticking out of it. And it goes to say a name. And you can tell it emits noise. But the very sound of it makes this entire terrain shake. As you see the warrior behind you begin to charge at this new figure. And make an Arcana check real quick.
Sure. Let's go. Have him think I'm decent at.
Ooh, that hurts. Sorry, just making a couple rolls. In a second, you blink, and the entire scenario before you is immediately different. The walls are on fire, almost like it was 5 years ago. But there's no screaming, no sounds of rally cries, nothing. You're just standing in that temple, watching the walls burn down, and you see the only real remaining stained glass is Alexander's. But these dark black flames are slowly creeping in around it. And you look around, the warrior in blue is gone. The figure in black is gone. All you see in front of you is a massive black flame. And I need you to make a history check at disadvantage.
Oh, that sucks. That hurts.
That's 6.
You think to yourself, why was I here? Why was I here? As you can't remember why you stepped foot into this temple. And I need everyone outside of this to also make a history check at disadvantage.
No.
Are we experiencing all of this as well?
You do not see or hear any of what Cynthia's experiencing.
Damn.
I got
What
it.
the fuck?
We'll cover that in a second.
Dan's gonna be fucking Pioneer's gonna be going through a tournament. It's like, do you guys not fucking remember that? Are you stupid?
Guys, brother, like what?
Am I the only one paying attention?
Can't believe I just rolled that.
That's fucking wild.
Everyone except Pioneer, you don't remember exactly the reason why you're here right now. You remember the journey you're on. You remember your crystals you have your crystals to do stuff. You don't know why you're here in the Well of Memories. You heard tales that they could pull memories from anywhere, but you don't really remember the reason why. Pioneer, however, you feel something turn in the world itself. You look at your crystal, and you're looking at these facets, and it's just like images slowly moving. And in video editors terms, it feels like a couple of frames were snipped out.
From the
I
you talking
think
about like
King
in the
Crimson
crystal?
is in this museum.
You see the image in your crystal jump unnaturally.
That's not right. That's not good.
And you
That's not
hear
correct.
something in the back of your head. As something was blocked off. You know you're here for a reason. You're here to remember something or someone. But unfortunately, even on a modified 20, you can't remember exactly who. All you can
That's
remember
wild.
is you're trying to remember something or someone.
Something or someone. And do I know that the party doesn't know this?
You can't tell.
Okay.
Cynthia,
Yes.
as you're looking at this smoldering pile of black flame, suddenly around you, that black flame makes a circle around you as a tall wall of complete pitch black fire blocks off everything else in sight. As you look around and you see that same pair of multicolored eyes.
Unfortunately for you, dear, I can't let you go ruining this one for me.
Yikers.
Be gone.
As you were immediately shot out of this memory and you were back in the water.
Did you get anything that you needed?
Oh, well.
Well, you jumped in there for a reason, right?
Must not have been that important.
Oh, well, your crystal. It's supposed to update, right?
You all look at Cynthia's crystal. It is almost entirely pitch black, with occasional spots of purple smoke.
Sick.
I think it broke. You might need to reset it.
You
Okay.
You might need to reset it.
I need a factory reset.
Well, that seemed to work out pretty well. Um,
How much do I remember of that?
You remember almost all of it,
Okay.
but outside of what the player doesn't, or what the player character can't remember, is any memory at all of that woman.
so when you just talked to her recently.
So
So
do I
all-
still remember.
You still remember the night. You still remember it cutting that arm. You remember the arm was reaching for something, but you can't place the image of the woman there.
Right.
And then you remember the other figure coming in and immediately disappearing, basically.
So with that, I still remember the woman from, like, stuff from before I went into the well, just not her.
Funny you ask.
memories.
Funny you should ask. You do not.
Great. I will erase that note.
As DM talking to player,
Yep.
none of you remember any conversation of talking about this woman.
Hell yeah.
You know what, though? You know who would remember?
There it is.
Azura.
Could always try talking to her.
True. I'm not going to do that now because that doesn't make sense for Milka to do it. Well, he might pray before he jumps into the water.
Or you can pray
That's
while you're
better.
in the water.
True. I have multiple things I want to think.
Okay. Do you want to go into the water?
Aya, do you want to go next?
Aya, do you want to go in the water, or do you want to
As I'm eating the fucking edible that Mr. Vaness made for me.
First of
Wait
all-
for this to kick in.
First of all, Constitution saving throw.
Cool.
For both of us.
No, just for Melkai. You feel you're running on cloud 9, baby. You feel great. Y'all don't really, y'all just kind of wanted to make a pit stop at this point, and so far it's kind of revealed some things. You know, fucking Pioneer went through a life-changing experience in the matter of 5 minutes.
You know,
I just saw some freak shit.
yeah, you saw some freaky shit.
You did see an interesting figure. You still remember they said their name was cut from history.
Yeah,
So I'm just saying if you want to tell people that.
yeah, sure.
Okay. You all have that to consider. So.
A name cut from history. All right. I'm feeling great right now. Aya, do you want to go in? Because if not, I can go in next.
You go.
Okay. I'll take off my weapons, equipment,
Taking
pants.
nothing with you, just in your
Just
in
my
your
underwear.
yeah, just your
Because I'm
your
not
undies. You're basically Link from Breath of the Wild. You just have those boxers on.
Yeah. I'm not getting my shit wet because
Lucian says, "I'll keep hold of it for you."
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I thought you were free balling, King.
You're a great guy.
I try to be.
Thank you.
Do be careful. I know your friends have been lucky, but
The
anything.
only thing I do keep is Azura's dogma on me.
Okay, yeah, it's still reinforced by stone, so no worries. It's gotten wet before.
And not with just water.
I'll let you fill in the blank.
Yikers.
Huh? So you dive in?
Yeah, I'll say a quick prayer to Azura and then run through my mind the questions I need to ask, which is,
Well, hold on. While you think on that, I need you to first roll a religion check.
I religion the fuck out of shit.
Okay. You may roll wisdom with advantage.
Sweet.
Wisdom saving throw.
But I'm thinking of, I need to ask about the name removed from history, because that seems something important. Don't remember much of it, so I'm just going to say that's a question.
There you go.
And then a question of how I came back to life. So I'm going to go ahead and go...
Alrighty. Make your wisdom saving throw at advantage.
$16.
16. Okay. Then you get a percentile rolled at advantage.
That doesn't sound good. That
Looks
doesn't
pretty
look
good.
good.
Looks pretty good. I think it's great.
Can you take a screenshot of what you rolled?
I'll type it to you.
Okay.
You can't. Don't go saying it.
I won't say anything. My lips are sealed. Okay.
Sure they are. Sure they are.
Where does your mind go first?
My mind immediately goes to, because I'm thinking about how I came back to life, is the last moments of when I died.
So what you're remembering is like your last moments on Earth,
Yeah.
or on the planet rather.
So pretty much because that was the last thing I knew before I came back. I want to see if maybe I could have caught something like, you know how like you have a memory there and you're like you remember something before something else happens. It's like retracing your steps, but you skip over a step. Kind
Gotcha.
of like that. Seeing if maybe I can remember something.
I will give this one to you. You are back in that moment, right before you were stabbed in the side with a poison dagger.
Love it.
You remember you and Uehashi were talking about just the stuff that ultimately meant kind of nothing except what you're going to do after this war ends. You see, in that memory, you see Uehashi's face. He looks happy to be near you, but at that moment, he looks so ragged and tired. Like, at that point, y'all were fighting for what felt like more than years at that point.
Yeah. I might be 29 years old physically, but mentally and still physically because of all the stress, I'm like 50.
So you remember how haggard he looked. And you could tell at that point, this has to end soon or we're going to drop. Because this can't go on forever. I know your thought process, I know our people think we're invincible and that we're gods among men, but we are truly Goliaths. We still are mortal. We're big and strong, but we put everything we've had into this and it's still going. And in that moment, there's a moment as you're being filled with poison from the tip of this blade. It's painful. It's one of the worst things you could feel was your death. But you managed to find acceptance knowing that you made the sacrifice you need to. Because in the end, you're standing here and that war ended favorably. You see in Uehashi's face pain, sorrow, regret. A part of him looked like he didn't he didn't go out super gracefully.
What an asshole.
How dare he not want to die?
Come on. As you remember, as he was killing dwarves outside of your medical tent,
Yeah.
was the angriest you ever saw him. And he's not much of a barbarian. He's a fighter.
Yeah. I'm the one that gets angry.
And in that moment, you can see kind of outlining his body is just these black and purple wisps of smoke.
Okay.
And then you can't really remember much of before or after that because of how shocking that moment was. But you now know more insight to the fact that Uehashi held a lot more regrets than you did leaving. And then you kind of think about it. The last dream that you had that involved him being in it, at the very end, he sounded spiteful towards the dwarves. Like he wasn't finished.
But I'm not done yet.
So, you then flash forward a bit to the moment you woke up, back out of your grave. Asura told you she wasn't the one that revived you, and she quite frankly had no reason to lie about it. You do think about it a bit, and I'll say on this, make a history with advantage.
Oh man, I somehow got knocked out of the website.
All good.
Ha.
Is there any way you can make me log out? Because it's not letting me log in.
Yeah, go ahead and try to sign back in.
Sweet. It's not fair! It's not fair!
It's just not fair.
Alright, so history with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so
Leave me alone.
18.
18. You remember when you woke up, there were 2 graves that were empty. Yours and the one behind you. You can very reasonably assume it was Yuehashi's.
Dude, how funny would it be if it wasn't?
That would be
It was
hilarious,
just
though.
like, it was just like Ted the deli guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Malachi, you're like, Ted?
Ted?
You've
Ted's dead, baby.
talked.
Malachi, Yu Hashi, Ted.
One of these is the good, the bad,
The
and the
ugly. You've talked with almost all of the main Keyblade wielders at this point, that they've talked about each other. You haven't met Blazer, obviously,
Nah.
but you've had more than one conversation about what happens when a being dies. A heartless and a nobody are made. If their heart was strong enough. Yours definitely was.
Am I nobody? Oh, fuck! Am I supposed to have an X in my name?
You have that thought for a moment.
Smell
You, as soon as you woke up, you remembered every emotion you had. And you felt it.
Oh god, I'm
Noah-
the heartless!
Noah explained it a bit. When nobodies are made, they can either remember everything they remember in their past life, but feel nothing about it, or they forget everything. You were able to remember all of it and remember how it felt.
I'm the strongest nobody around. No. Melkai will immediately be like, okay, I don't think I am a nobody. So I think we're good there. Also, it'd be weird for nobody to show up 300 years after he died.
I will say, make me one more history check, also at advantage.
I'm so historically. 16.
God bless.
I might... I do have my inspiration I could use.
You can if you want to.
Yeah, one more advantage.
You did worse.
I did worse! I should have kept the 16!
Being pretty good. I don't know why you'd re-roll that.
That's fine.
At most, you think it would be unreasonable to assume that you're a heartless or a nobody.
Yeah, there's no way.
But that still leaves the big question: who brought you back?
Is resurrection pretty commonplace in this world?
No.
Cool. Neat. Not good.
Neat.
But
Cool.
I will ask this. Melkai, how would he feel about, like, is he desperately looking for that answer?
It's very unnerving to him that the overseer that he put faith in so much of his life cannot know the answer to a question that involves him. Where Melkai's like, well, this is the overseer I worship, so as long as, like, I keep my faith and I stay the course, everything will, come to fruition, or everything will work out. Seeing an overseer be like, hey, my man, my dude, my main guy, and I'm like, yeah, thanks, man. I have no idea. What? That doesn't make sense.
I think a word... This is probably the
Unease.
closest Melkai has had to a shaking of his faith.
A little bit. Yeah. I would say
You-
the faith is shooken, but I'm still, like, a little stalwart.
Yeah, you still... You've met her, you've talked to her. You've met them, you talked to them at this
Yeah.
point. So it's not like they don't exist, they do. Sure, there's a question of, like, well, did they really find me to be that much of a champion if they weren't the one that brought me back? But then you remember, Asura said, I wanted to give you the respect you deserved by letting you rest.
And I respect that.
But just the word faith comes to mind. And you kind of just think about that for a minute. And all of your vision fades from that snowy mountain peak as just like snow melts and you're closer and closer toward the ring of the forest. You've definitely been to this spot because of the pilgrimage you had when you were younger. Rama is the only god, the only overseer that doesn't have a physical building for a place of worship. They have a section, well, basically the entirety of the forest ring surrounding the ethereal ocean. But in particular, the energy is strongest on the southern part of it.
Near the Forest of Wolves and the
Mhm.
city.
Yep. You're seeing that area. And you see a figure sitting on a tree stump. Make a perception check.
Time to perceive. I'm locking in. Locked.
I will say roll at advantage because you're not being held back. Okay.
16.
16. You don't recognize this person at all. But you are able to move in this space that you're in now. Like, you can feel your body being able to move. Do you want to approach?
What Melkai will do is he will look back at his Azura's Dogma, look at the figure, and instead of, like, saying a quick prayer before he walks, he's just gonna hold it to his side and walk. Like, maybe this time I'm going to try to forge this myself without throwing my faith in the way to see if maybe this can lead me to more answers. But it's not like a throwing away faith, it's just like a halt on something he would normally do.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I would still go and be like, ooh.
You approach, and you walk up to this figure. They seem to be a human man. They have pretty long, silky smooth hair tied up in like a single like ponytail in the back. As they are sitting and they just take a big ol' crunch of an apple. They have a staff in their right hand. What looks to be just like a pretty sturdy, like, limb of a tree, gnarled up. And at the top, it almost kind of looks like a hand wrapping around something. But there's nothing there. As you see, just like little tiny sparks of blue and purple lightning just kind of wither away from it.
Hello?
Oh, hello, stranger. What's your name?
My name's Malachi. What's your name?
My name's Cicero.
Cicero.
Matt, don't. Shut up. I know the immediate thought on your face.
Trust me, I had that immediate thought, but I'm holding back.
Yeah. I'm, Keeper of the Glade. What brings you here? By the
last... Oh.
I'm gonna give you the exact spelling of Cicero, by the way.
Thank God. I hope I'm right. It's fine. I added one.
They're all spelled weird for a reason, I'll say that.
No, that's fair. I have it now. I was only 2 letters off. I changed the beginning S to a C, and I added an S in the middle with the other S.
You were close.
I did have an S there first.
In both spellings.
Yeah.
So, Malachi, what brings you here?
Well, last thing I remember, I jumped in a well, not a whale, I'm sorry.
You gotta distinct those words for me, because I was about to be I have a friend who jumped in a whale. That was a weird time.
I feel like it's not a fun time. I haven't tried it, but, one day it might happen. But I jumped into this well, and, I had 2 questions on my mind, and one of the questions was, well, I'll ask the one that I'm more sure about. There's gonna be a lot to bring on, by the way. Let me know if I'm, like, going overboard on how much I tell you.
My brother, we got all the time in the world. Tell me whatever you need to.
And I'll go over the story of me dying, and being like, and I talked to the overseer I worship, Azura, and they said that they don't know what brought me back, and has me a little confused.
Gotcha. Well, first of all, sorry to hear about that. That sounds
It happens.
rough.
Yeah.
Or not a great thing to deal with.
It's not great, but sometimes it has to happen. And when it happens, at least I was there to make a difference.
That's good. Standing for your people, that's a good thing to do. Can I confide something in you?
Oh yeah, I just laid a whole buttload on
I
you.
know, but I don't want to impose.
This is not a give and I'm not taking. This is a give and take scenario, of course.
Very fair. It's weird. A lot of the memories I experience. You ever feel like you remember something that's something you don't remember?
All the time.
But it's clear to you, plain as day.
Not really clear. Like, I remember putting my shoes up on the rack, but then I find the shoes by my bed. And I'm like, why is it there? I put it on the rack, but maybe it was just my routine.
Not necessarily like that, per se.
Oh.
More so, I remember people. I remember people, and they seem so familiar to me. Like I had been across an entire journey with them. Like I'd known them my entire life. I don't even know their name.
So you feel like you have remnants of a memory of people, but you don't actually have the real person stuck in your head, right?
Yeah. It's weird. Every time I try to think of what they look like, too, it feels like I can remember in the moment, but every time I try to just, like, relay it to myself, I forget it.
How long have you been feeling like this?
Oh, that is a good question.
And Melkai's gonna adjust in his chair, sit like a therapist.
Somewhere in the ballpark of, I think, 5 years.
5 years. That's a long time. Did you suffer any brain damage? Any concussions, possibly?
God, I feel like it sometimes.
Tell me that.
There's straight up times when I'm sitting here doing just my job, and the next thing I know, it's nighttime.
Well, some of us also go on this autopilot when we do a routine a lot. I don't think it's the same thing, but possibly these people you've met, have you felt like you met them in other places before?
You know, it's weird. I've been to a few places on this continent, but like all these memories are places I've never seen before.
Oh, so like you get not a form of deja vu, but actual memories that you know you shouldn't have in your brain.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Nope, never really had that before, but
Okay,
that sounds like...
I'm glad it's just one of us. Because it's already hard to explain to myself why I'm doing that.
No, that's like almost like you lived a second life or something, and that second life might have been there.
Wow. I never really thought of it like that.
I thought you were gonna say Zooey Mama.
Zooey Mama!
You could say that again.
Hey,
Actually,
brother.
You said you were brought back, and it wasn't your overseer?
No, whenever I died and slowly faded away, I had a friend, very close friend of mine throughout my life, Yuiashi. He went on a rampage of some kind when I died. Fair, you know, if he died, I also would kill, but seemed a lot of regret. Little regret in his eyes. I was kind of worried. But when I came back, I was just almost in a kind of shallow, well, not a shallow grave. I had to dig my way out, but I was in a grave on a battlefield and woke up next to another empty grave. A lot of just filled in graves. That was the last thing I remember. Or first thing I remember when I came back, I guess.
Huh. Interesting. I remember hearing of a few barbarians who can just live by the sheer force of their faith in something alone. Similar to a paladin.
Yeah,
But
paladins are crazy as well.
Very true. Actually, does this look familiar to you? As he pulls out, you recognize it immediately. Pretty perfectly cut bloodstone.
Yeah, I remember that. It's kind of one of the main reasons our war started. Dwarves wanted that in droves, but the place that had the most concentrated vein of it was where we lived, so they thought, genocide. You know, that's everyone does. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. I don't know why the fuck they wanted to.
Bloodstone. That shit is mine.
Bloodstone, that shit mine!
So they just came in by force and basically ransacked what you had?
Pretty much. If I remember correctly, they came diplomatically at first, but their request was pretty much be slaves or die. So I think we chose the neither one.
Well, I died, so.
Well, I died, so I chose that option, but everyone else who lived didn't, so I think it was a win-win.
Huh. I can't help but feel everything you're telling me. I've seen something like it before. Not a lot of it.
A lot of wars happen like that, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's it. That is true. But just for the specificity of this unique object. As you see, he just begins to like pat himself down as if he's looking for something.
Sir, hands in the air! I'm kidding.
It's like the end of Gran Torino.
As you see, he pulls out what looks to be some sort of like raw, not really cut, but more so like smooth and sanded down stone. Very circular and disc-like.
Can I see that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Thank you.
There's some.
Oh.
I keep forgetting I have it. I've tried to like see what it does, but I've never been able to figure it out.
Does it almost look like a material? Like a materia?
It does not look like a materia. It is like it fits basically in the size of your hand, kind of like a CD would for us.
Oh, okay.
What all languages does Melkai understand?
Melkai knows a lot of languages. Cause I'm a smart boy. Common, Giant, Celestial, Abyssal, Dwarvish, Sylvan, Elemental. And I think Primordial.
Could you make a perception check at advantage?
Yeah. The duality of man.
The true duality of man. You read, there's like etchings of words on this. They seem, it's mostly elemental, but it seems broken. Like someone either wrote it poorly, or what you can think of, they wrote it in a different way.
Let me... I do have a feat. Linguist. I don't know if that can help.
Well,
me
you
out with
can
anything.
you can still read it.
Linguist adds languages, like known languages. That's why you have so many.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
well, I think what you're thinking of is
Known
the
languages.
invocation Cynthia has, where she can read like any written writing.
No, I was thinking like because I can create my own ciphers or anything. I was wondering if I could like if it's a
Oh,
cipher,
okay.
if I can like.
On the nat 20, it's not supposed to be a coding. This is, you now realize this was just written in a different way.
Okay.
Almost like another tribe had their own elemental. And you see hints of like primordial and celestial in there as well. And you are able to read. It looks a little broken, but you're able to make out what it says, just kind of filling in gaps.
Gotcha.
When the three masters gather, the fate of the world shall change. As heart and soul become one with the mind.
doesn't sound too important.
Yeah.
So what I have is, when the three masters gather, the fate of the world shall change as heart and soul become one with the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'll read it out loud to him and say,
I've never been able to read that. For the longest time, I don't know what it says. I just had it on me.
well, if you want to write that down so you can keep it on you, so you can.
Certainly going to.
It sounds very ominous, and is the material the same as Bloodstone? Like,
Not at all. The most you can gather on a nat 20 looks like amber.
Okay.
Some sort of orangish. So the closest you could think of is amber.
Gotcha.
Is that citrine?
It's certainly not citrine.
I was thinking of another fucking yellow gemstone. It's a fucking the cat's eye, right?
It's not cat's eye.
Fuck, Jasper. Fuck.
Nope.
Looking at this disc more, I'm going to try to see, because it sounds like with three masters, Melkai's mind would go to, okay, masters. Well, this seems like something like Keyblade related, because there's master Keyblade wielders, so maybe it has something to do with them.
Roll an Arcana check.
I'm so Arcana down in my mind. 14.
Arcana.
You-
gold.
You have this sudden feeling. You put your book aside for this meeting, as you kind of wanted to, like, figure this out on your own, essentially. You think in this particular instance, the Sura's Dogma might come in handy?
I'll open it up and start reading some passages. What the fuck? I reach up to grab Cynthia and start choking her like Bart Simpson, like just going.
Just the arm comes out of the water.
About to.
You read a passage. I'm gonna roll a D100.
All right.
God damn. You read a very peculiar, just like section of a passage. And it says, he who had lost all began to dance as if the very wind was carrying him, with the blade of all of those that he had lost before him. Striking down a fearsome beast in nearly but a thought. And as you read that, you have just an urge to just like put the disc over your tome. And much like how you were looking at the facets of crystal earlier, seeing flashes of people, make me one last perception check at advantage.
Time to.
God,
A
you're
lot of nat ones.
playing
are
with
showing
fire.
16
can't-
has been my number tonight, I
I was
feel.
getting rolls like that, but all at disadvantage.
You... Yeah, I'm sorry. Yours was particular, though.
Yeah, I was flirting with disaster with mine.
Also, technically, Melka's is particular because of what I rolled earlier. You can't make out many of the fine details, and you can't really even see a face to this. But you see what looks to be a young man who has a ponytail kind of similar to Cicero next to you. But just the front of his hair, you just kind of like see a bit of it to the side, just like one spiky bang off to the side. And wearing a blue coat. with a long curved blade in his hand. And at the very end of it, you see a medallion with the sect of Asura.
And this is what I'm seeing whenever I'm hovering it above my book.
Over that
So
passage.
Over that passage. Do I remember? Anything from that guy, or at least the medallion?
The only thing you could recognize is that the medallion has the symbol of Asura on it. It seems to be from a specific sect. Just basing on, like, etchings around it. You can't make out too much detail from it because it's kind of far away, but you can at least see the sigil and, like, other things around it. Do you show this to Cicero at all?
I will. We're sharing. We're
Okay.
you know. I can also offer some weed if you want some.
Oh, I could go for an honest Abe right about now.
I don't have honest ape, sadly. We haven't been there yet, but I have some black magic if you want some.
That sounds good too. I'll take it.
No, I'll give him an ounce.
He's gonna roll with advantage because of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
The entire time I've been high as shit, by the way. I've just been, like, going through it. Like, I'm having the best ride of my life right now.
What was the weed strain we found last night?
Oh,
Did
I
we
don't
find
remember.
one last night?
did we?
I think Zach found it.
I don't remember. Oh, fuck. I'll try to remember that later. You as you show that to Cicero, you see him immediately just like I know that.
Alright.
I know that guy. His name's not coming to me. I remember he was very strong-hearted, little bit of a pompous ass,
Yeah.
but he was a good friend, someone important to me. He was integral to stopping something terrible from happening.
Well, he does have the Azura medallion on his sword, so whatever he stopped should have been good, or at least helped keep balance.
I remember specifically that medallion. At first I thought he just wanted it to help perform his swordplay better, but it seemed he actually entrusted a lot of faith into it toward the end.
Also,
Sure
you cut
does.
out the...
He seemed to put a lot of faith into it toward the end. And I think it probably turned the tide a bit.
Well,
That connection.
maybe it has something to do with your memories.
That's what I'm thinking. 'Cause I definitely have seen that man before. I just can't remember his name.
He seems like an Albert to me.
Maybe. I genuinely can't think of anything to place there.
I'm gonna call him Blue Coat Man for now. And we'll figure a better name out for him, but Albert is sounding good. So we'll keep that in
Could
the back
use Albert
pocket.
as a code name at least.
True.
What's an Albert indicator?
And that symbol he wears. Now I seem to remember. I need to roll something real quick.
I'm just doing the fucking thing, like, keep on smoking, bud! You gotta remember harder!
You got it, bud. Have another puff.
Sire!
Sayer.
That meteor, I thought it was gonna hit Earth.
I drew that sigil on a grave once.
Oh.
You said you were from... It was a grave in a battlefield?
Yeah, pretty much outside of Eisenwand.
I think that was me.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
I placed that sigil upon 2 graves.
Were those graves right next to each other?
Yeah. And marking those graves was a blood-red sword and that halberd, the very same.
Hmm. Did you bring me back?
I think I did. But I don't know why.
Hmm.
Make me a percentile.
Sweet.
58.
58.
Okay. You see the landscape before you just kind of shift again. As it seems to be phasing in and out of this very well-maintained forested area. And make me one last perception check with advantage.
Bop. Ten.
10. You see, as everything's fading away, you see Cicero kind of drop, as if someone just kind of like is about to pass out.
Oh shit, he hit the fentanyl too hard.
And you see right at the end, he catches himself.
Are you good?
And you see his hood falls over his head.
Sorry, but I can't tell you all the details right now.
Why did your voice get a lot deeper? What?
Well, I should say that Cicero and I share one mind. Oh no, we share one body but 2 separate minds. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you for now, lad.
Can I ask one question not pertaining to this before I get shot back? I'm trying to remember a name that was removed from the history books.
Do you have any details, lad?
Nope.
You do
Oh, I do?
technically,
Okay.
you do, it was said it was a knight in blue armor.
The only information I have is a knight in blue armor.
With a very sharp sword.
A very sharp sword. Like super sharp.
Blue arm. You know, something about that description does sound familiar.
I get out some more weed. Will this help
Need a
you?
little help.
Sorry, don't partake advice as much these days.
That's completely valid, and I respect that.
I think that
You cut out.
I cut out on purpose. As
Oh,
before,
bitch.
he's able to say the name, he disappears.
Are you fucking
I
kidding me?
will allow you to make one last flat perception check.
Do I get like at least the first syllable?
Unfortunately, no.
Letter? Is it gonna be start with like it's a K, so I don't know if it's a K or a C or CH. Fuck! Damn it. I'm going back into character. Well, I tried.
Yeah. As you were shot out of that meeting, what else would be on Melkai's mind at this moment?
Do I remember anyone wearing a hood similar to that possibly?
Not at all.
Cool. The moment I get shot back out is the moment I also realize I'm like, oh, well, I think I found the person who got me back, but I didn't get much information past that, but it's a good start. Maybe it's time. It's a hell of a start. Let's fucking go. I would think of two things. I would think of Yuihashi, and I would also think back to Azura to see if now that I have more information, if I can get anything else, and also wondering when Yuihashi came back, what did he go and do?
I think your mind immediately wanders to Yuihashi. And you see you're back at the desert, close to Asura's fortress.
Ah, this place.
You're actually pretty close to be able to just walk to there. And as you walk up, I would say no perception check required. You do see Yuihashi.
I'll immediately wave and start the conversation as jokingly as possible. Are you gonna be cool right now, or are you gonna make me question my faith again?
Sorry, you kind of walked up on me in the middle of meditating.
Did you get anything out of it?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, that's the greatest gift that life can give you. Nothing. Anyways, you want to climb the fortress together?
That's kind of a transition. Sure, if you really want to.
Well,
Anyway, you want to go hit the swing set?
anyways, want to hit the seesaw? Because I just want to get kind of like walking and talking with Yuihashi. Do you know where you're currently at right now?
You mean the real me outside of whatever this is?
Oh, great. Okay, so I am, yeah, where the
you
real
are-
you are.
You are talking to me.
Like the
kinda
current you right now?
Yeah, kind of caught me in a peculiar spot.
I'll give him a hug.
He takes a second and just slowly reciprocates the hug.
I did the best fucking prank when you were gone, when I came back. Everyone thinks I'm a foot taller than you. They're going to be changing the statues. History books are going to be rewritten. It's going to be great.
Really now?
Yeah.
I seem to remember when I woke up, I saw the same statue. And I think I told them, hey, I think there needs to be a foot taller on me there.
Nah, they seem they believed me more.
Yeah, but I got there first.
Yeah, but usually the ones who goes there first is usually seen as the liar, and the one who comes up second is seen as the truther. It's okay, bud. It's a good time. Good game.
If you change my stature, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I'm not changing it. I just gave him a suggestion.
If I go back and see it, I'm finding you and kicking your ass.
True, but did you see the statue ass I had? That shit was bad.
I will say, if anything was accurate about that statue, that was probably it.
Yeah. But I caught you at a weird time. What's going on, bud?
I'm currently traveling through the Genten Desert right now. So technically you found me in a close spot, but...
Well, I'm on the opposite side of the world right now, so that's cool. Or the continent, I guess.
Where you at?
Besides the museum.
Oh shit, you are actually literally on the opposite side of the continent. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm currently in a well right now. Only wearing my boxers.
You're in the well of memories?
Listen, I didn't choose to be there.
Who put you in there?
Well,
Yourself.
technically it was me, but...
Then you put yourself in there, Melkai!
Listen, I got a lot of convincing arguments to jump in. Like, my crystal will update.
Are there people with you?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, also you said crystal, what's that?
Oh, well, I guess it makes sense to go ahead and share with you, because I thought you would have one of these. Do I have the crystal on? I didn't... Well, the crystal would be stuck with me, wouldn't it?
Yep.
I'll go ahead...
Your ass when you take off your clothes.
Stop! No, stop! I'll pull out the crystal and show it to him, being like, "Yeah, when I came back, I got a stupid, I got this crystal that's I'm supposed to do something with it, so you know, fate's back and everything, but, nah."
Interesting. Yeah, no, when I woke up, I was kind of just left to my vices.
Which, by the way, I think I found out why we came back.
I would really like to know that answer.
Well, it wasn't from Azura.
Okay,
Is it-
that's concerning.
It is, but Azura did want us to kind of enjoy our rest after fighting and everything like that, so can't really hold it against them. But I met someone named Cicero. He put kind of these makeshift medallions on our graves, and after that, he just did it as like kind of like a grave. Let me show respects. Put it on there, walked away. And I guess we just showed up a little bit because those medallions were really cool. Which I don't remember seeing. Did I get a medallion? This is out of character.
Hey, Cicero specifically said emblem.
Emblem, my bad. Did I see that emblem whenever I got up? Yeah, he said he left an emblem, but I didn't see one.
Good night, Piper.
Hi, Piper. It is 10:30 as well.
Yeah,
so.
I'm about to wrap up, so... Interesting. Okay. I don't know anyone by the name of Cicero.
I didn't either.
And you said this crystal held some sort of importance?
Yeah, I can go to other cities pretty quick now. And that's... I think we're gonna also try to get rid of the Queen of Radiana.
Yeah, that seems like a good thing to put the kibosh on.
Yeah, I'd love if you joined us, by the way.
Unfortunately, I've kind of got something I need to take care of first.
What's that?
Gotta help the Queen of Radiana kill everyone.
Yuihashi!
Melkai, you know the king that did everything to us 300 years ago is still alive, right?
Out of character. He's in prison, though, isn't he? Well, yeah, he's alive, but he's also suffering in prison by not being able to do shit, so I think it's fine.
Are you sure about that? They just let him live? After everything that man did to us? And they kept him in his prison, in their prison. Not even ours. How can you be so sure they're invoking justice they said they would? I just don't buy it. The fact that he's somehow still alive and we had our lives cut short is some major bullshit, if I had to be real.
Well, I mean, true.
Language.
Whoa, we're not gonna have this conversation if you can't keep it PG.
Sorry.
No, I understand. I mean, he's a fucking asshole, yeah. Do I wish stuff would have changed? Of course, but I mean, it's the past. We've also ended lives. But I will say we had more of a fight for survival. So we always tried to only do it when we had to. But
And yet, I don't remember ever seeing that king step foot in our war. He's the one that started it. It ended on our side, and yet he's the one still alive. He's in prison, sure. We had no say-so.
well, we didn't have a say so because we were dead. But
I meant our people.
I read it. Did we? Whenever negotiations happen, where they like talks about like back and forth and stuff and like compromise, or did they say, "Hey, we give up, we're arresting"?
It was basically a compromise.
Well, I mean, what I'm thinking is back then they tried to do the best that they could. I mean, let's be honest, when we were fighting that war, we're kind of on our last legs already, so they probably didn't want to push it any further than they wanted it to be. Pushing it now, as I saw Eisenwald, which, by the way, got a lot of social issues we need to work on. You know
that's another docket of business I'd like to take care of.
But we'll get around to that when we can. But I feel like starting trying to kill the imprisoned king that's been in prison for 300 years might spark something like that war again, and I wouldn't want our people to go through it again.
Make an insight check.
Bokai. I'm staring at him with my one eye. Team. Oh, we don't want to do that war again.
You perfectly matched his roll,
Let's go.
so I need you to roll again.
Son of a bitch. One better, baby!
He rolled one worse.
No.
You can see he looks hurt because he feels very conflicted. It's not so much like he feels hurt that you're not on his side. It feels hurt that he knows you're right, but it's just a part of him he can't let go.
Yuihashi, I know what it feels like to hold in a lot of anger, rage. I mean, look at me.
Yeah, you're better at channeling it than I am.
You kidding me? If someone says anything bad about us, or I start swinging. Hasn't happened yet recently when I've been alive, though, so.
Yeah, but you can actually manifest the raw power from it. I just get mad.
Well, I think you being mad doesn't make it any less invaluable. But being mad like that can also make rash decisions. And holding on to it for so long can kind of cloud your judgment. I'm not saying you ever need to forgive the guy. Heck, I mean, at this point, I hope that guy is shitting his pants right now.
I love the censorship.
Thank you. But, you know.
It hits a bit different when you watch the life go away from your best friend's eyes. Add to is such a low-down, bullshit, dirty tactic as poison.
Yeah.
They didn't have the decency to take you down in battle like a real man. Like a real warrior. Not like I did.
Did you go down like a real warrior as well?
With
Or as a real warrior?
With every last swing I could fucking muster.
I might have went out, like we say, like a bitch. But
Don't Don't
That
say
doesn't-
that.
Listen, out of all the fucking
They
attacks,
didn't
I
give
thought
you the choice.
they didn't give me the choice, but when you're in war like that, people want to fight to win. So they will use any underhanded tactic to get past. Is it right? Nah. Is it like something people should strive for? I mean, war is something. Yeah.
Yes.
War is something that we really shouldn't always aim for, but it's usually always the last result. It wasn't for that war, I will say, because of the Bloodstones, and that's the whole fucking thing. I guess what I'm trying to say, I'm yapping on, but yes, they used poison to kill me, but what did they get out of it other than losing the war?
I guess you're right. I don't know. Just something about it doesn't sit right to me that they enslaved our people, killed a lot of them, enacted a genocide, all under that man's watch, while he had no say in the fight, ended up losing and is still imprisoned, and he gets to live to remember all of it while we got our lives cut short. And yet, I feel like I should be grateful that I'm even standing here right now, but the only people of our time that are alive are us. I don't get to see my family. I only get to see you, and hopefully at some point soon. And if I have to see anyone else from our time, it'd be him.
But compare him to what we are right now. We're currently free. We're currently able to have a second chance at this bitch of a world. But his only chance that he has currently has kind of been taken away from him.
I guess you're right.
And rather than dying and having the chance to come back, I think sitting in that prison, again, hopefully shitting himself, is something I think is pretty not a good thing. It's pretty bad, and I do wish it on him. But you shouldn't only focus your time and effort on it. You should also focus your time on living the life you haven't been able to live before.
I guess I just don't know where to start. Just that
Well-
feeling of regret, it's gnawing at me. I've tried suppressing it so many times and it just won't go away.
You know, the first thing I ever regretted in my life was not getting a dog.
Okay. Yeah, that is surprising. We had a lot of huskies back in the village.
I never got one because I didn't think I'd be good enough to take care of one. But as I grew up, lived my life a little bit more, and started doing stuff, not the war yet, but go on my pilgrimage and everything, I started forgetting everything I regretted. I'm guess what I'm trying to say is, regret is going to be there. The only way to get rid of regret is moving forward and having time to let it heal. And I feel like you haven't given it enough time, and you haven't really started to move forward yet.
I guess not. As soon as I woke up, that was the first thing I wanted to do as soon as I learned he was still alive. Kinda just wish I didn't know it all.
Well, if you jump in this well I'm in, you might forget everything. So,
Forget everything.
Oh, I don't want to forget everything. I just want to forget that he's alive.
that's fair. And I don't think a concussion could make you forget that certain memory. We could try.
Lord, I've tried.
Wait, what? It was a joke.
Never mind.
But
I may or
just,
may not have smacked myself in the head with the blunt of my blade, okay?
don't worry, I think I've hit myself as well recently. It's fine. We'll be. But just know, man, that regrets are hard to get by, but regrets are also hard if you keep on focusing on it. And I feel like with this new world we can experience, and that bitch, the bitch of Radiana, Queen of Radiana, I feel like...
You said it right the first time.
Thank you. I feel like focusing on that could also, one, be a way for you to get out of this regret, to move forward, to help not only our people, but even more of the world, and stop a war that's gonna stop a genocide that's gonna happen with Radiana trying to kill everyone they can see.
It's already happened.
Yeah, pretty much. We try to stop one war. Why don't we try to stop another?
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Naruto no Jutsu kicking in.
God,
30.
you're playing with fire on your rolls.
If everything has been disadvantaged, I would be at max overdrive points again.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, his voice becomes a bit clearer in this moment. You know, I think you're right. I guess I remember back in our day, a lot of our tribe, it was pretty clear a lot of them saw Asura as mostly a font of strength. I guess I kind of forgot that, being buried in the grave for 300 years. Because I kind of fell back into that too.
It happens. And the only way you can get past it is recognizing it and moving forward.
Well, I can't immediately go to try to stop her. I got another problem I had to figure out the problem with now. The people who taught me, their village was completely destroyed.
Okay, well, I felt like this could have been brought up in the beginning. Is everything? Do you need help? Do you need me to be over there soon? I can teleport close to Tsukiyomi's observatory.
It's still in the desert.
Yeah, it's still.
I'm probably going to be here for a while. If you absolutely need me to meet up sooner, if you're going around back to the tundra up north, I could probably try to meet you in the middle.
No, we can meet at the Common Stena.
That's where the dwarves are from.
Be poetic.
You know, I just had another thought.
Mm.
If I can't hurt him and shouldn't hurt him, I don't think it would hurt to at least have a talk that I feel is overdue. And I think if we do, I might want you there for that.
Oh yeah.
So, make it a deal then?
It's always a deal, brother.
Yeah, he gives you the full 80s action movie arm grab.
And then explosions go off, and actually the town we're near.
Honestly, as your skins make contact, just like a bit of fire erupts. just like sparks, as if like two stones were hitting each other.
Yeah.
I gotta get a head jump on this.
Go ahead. I gotta figure out about a missing person from the history books. It's a whole thing.
That sounds a lot that I probably can't help you with.
Oh, I wasn't gonna try. You have a lot on your plate, man. But do you have?
As hell.
I know you ain't that. I know. I was the one you were copying the notes off of during our test. But no. I'll keep you updated if I can. Do you have a sending stone of any kind, or is there like a pen name I could send to you?
I don't have a sending stone. I could probably... Give me a day or two, and I think I can get back to you on that.
All right. Well, have I been in my underwear this entire time?
No, you're in your real outfit here.
Okay, cool.
Good.
You're in the fucking bus.
I just want you to get to know, man, before I head off. I love you, man.
Love you too, Milkai. You be safe, okay?
Oh, probably not.
If you
but
die on me again before I actually see you, I will kick your ass.
You should have seen these fiddleback pirates. They almost killed me so bad.
Bro, you took down a gang of pirates? I always wanted to do that shit.
Well, there's probably going to be another pirate coming in soon. There's more pirates all the way here in Sidroka and Trino Marina. So,
I have to look into that.
But
Either
you be
way,
safe.
Asura be with you.
Zara be with you too.
Yeah. As that memory fades. Or that area you're in fades.
Alright. I think I got my answers. How do I get out of here?
Yeah, I mean, you could re-emerge back if you want to now. Yeah.
Hey
As you-
guys, come in. The water's fine.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I think I will. As you see, Aya begins to walk forward, and I think that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Alright.
Should have figured this would become a two-parter. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you next Thursday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.